There we go. There she is.
And you're live.
Okay, good. Welcome, everybody, to the Automotive Edge radio show here on all of our social media sites. We're about to go live on the radio.
If you or someone you care about is struggling.
Hello, this is your pilot speaking. We're currently taxiing out to the runway and getting ready for takeoff. Don't see any turbulence, and we should arrive at our destination safely and on time. Thank you for choosing the Automotive Edge Airways, and I hope you'll follow us and use our services again in the future.
Are you ready for the show? I said, are you ready for the show? Ladies and gentlemen, the show you've all been waiting for. Please make welcome Kurt Chase and the Automotive Edge.
Well, top of the morning. Got to echo. Echo. There we go. Thanks for joining us here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show, the show that helps you with all your automotive needs. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing parts, service, or body shop, we're here to help. Want to welcome back at studio Miss Maddie Gomez. Her and I are going to California next week.
I heard that.
Yep, her dad paid me, and I'll be her chaperone, her valet for the week.
You didn't know about that, did you, Maddie?
She knows now.
This is news to me, but I think that we could definitely negotiate next time. So
no, there is no negotiation. I'm going, and everywhere we go, I have a reservation for 3. We have a jet ski for 3. We have dinner for 3, breakfast for 3.
So just make sure you understand that. That there'll be
your room is right across from mine. It's got a security buzzer on it, so it is what it is. You know, I'm there.
Doesn't necessarily have to be. It is what it is.
Oh, it is.
In other words, what he's trying to say, there'll be no private time.
Nope.
That's okay.
You know, the only kiss goodnight he's getting is from me, so that would be probably he ain't getting one. The man, the myth, the legend, the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver.
Yes, we're here live at Freeman Toyota on the affordable side of the Metroplex, and that's a good thing because I need to be somewhere affordable.
Yeah.
Since I need, I have to have things that are affordable in my life nowadays. So it's good to be here, and what a great day this is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. Another scorcher, but I will be out poolside racing my grandson with remote control boats. My wife asked why I got him, and I said he needs help with hand-eye coordination. And then I found out you can buy bigger ones, so they're on the way to increase his hand-eye coordination. And she goes, has nothing to do with you. I went, no, it doesn't.
Well, there you go.
So everybody stay hydrated, stay cool. It's going to be a little roasty toasty here later in the day. I think mid-90s. Luckily, the humidity will be low. A nice breeze coming through. And then next week in the 80s and rain. We need some rain.
Yeah, I call for more. I call for it. I prayed for it.
You know what? I have never seen so many ducks in my neighborhood.
All in your pool?
Well, there's 2 that come in every year, they told me. And then they said, hey, you need to put these bushes and everything back that you... And I'm like, who are you? Well, the ducks put nests back here. Oh. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Well, we're on Talk Radio 1190 if you're listening to us on the radio, but you can also join us at other locations by going to Facebook, to the Automotive Edge Radio Show Facebook page. We're also on YouTube. We're new there, so you can go to youtube.com and then search the Automotive Edge.
We were new there.
Yeah, we're still kind of new.
We're getting kind of...
Yeah, we're starting to make a...
Moved and grooved.
So we're starting to be considered like part of the family on YouTube.
Yeah, be sure to subscribe and share and like. You know how many subscribers we had last week?
No.
422.
That's sweet.
So we're almost at 1,000 subscribers between YouTube and LinkedIn.
Well, that's nice. And then we're on LinkedIn. We just started that last week.
Yep.
So if you have a LinkedIn account, you can go there, and it's under Kurt Chase. So you can do the search Kurt Chase, and you can see us live there, audio and video-wise. So there's a lot of places to find us. And I'm on my personal page. If you're following me, that's Bo Carver. And then also on the Kurt Chase Facebook page, personal page. And it'll also be, as soon as I get this other other device set up on the internet, we'll be on Shifting Gears.
There we go.
So we're all the way around. And we got the technical guru that has joined us a couple weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
Please
Yes,
make
sir.
welcome Graham Knox Mirabeau Carver.
It's I'm almost bound to sticking with Mirabeau now. I think it's a really sticking
Mirabeau.
with me. Oh,
Well,
what?
now he's going
Mirabeau.
to tell you right
Oh, there
off.
you go. Okay, we're back to Mirabeau. He couldn't see. It almost slipped through the real name.
No, there's
Slipped
no
through the
slipping. I
cracks.
went to Marabou, Bonaparte Lamar Junior High.
He wrote a big essay about it and everything, but he doesn't know how to pronounce it.
Well, no, that's because you start with all this Cajun stuff. There is no Cajun in your body.
Okay, remember I on the radio that day and I said, how do you pronounce it? And I spelled the name and said Mirabeau, and you started laughing because that's what it's pronounced. All right, anybody that knows how to say it, call in, let us know. I say Mirabeau, he says Mirabeau.
Marabou B.
No,
Lamar.
is it Mara? Is the Mara
It's
part of it?
Marbeau.
Marabou.
Mara.
It's it's Mirabeau.
Marabou B. Lamar, and it's Bonaparte.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
I love these pronunciations. Oh, goodness.
That's right. Well, hey, I want to let everybody know, if you want to know what your vehicle is worth, go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, and fill out that information. This last week, I really met a lot, or visited with a lot of people that were very upset with their trade-in values, and they did the deal. And I'm going, come on, folks. All you have to do
Did they call you first?
They did not.
Oh, okay, well, that was
They
the
wanted
problem.
to know, they wanted the good deal conversation. Is this a good deal?
After, you mean?
But you know what I always ask before I answer? Have you bought the car yet?
Yes.
Well, I did.
And you happy with the payment? I know you ask them that.
Yeah. So you already did.
So why are you asking me now?
Yeah. Well, I have that 72 hours. Oh, here, let me help you with that.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. I said, do you have your paperwork in hand? I do. And you signed everything? I did. Well, you are a proud owner. You may not be proud after this conversation, but you know what? There was actually, out of the dozen or so people that called, some of them got some really, really good deals. Really good deals. I had 3 people actually from Norm Reeves Honda contact me, one of our great sponsors, and said, hey, Kurt. And I went, well, let me just tell you, the lease deals are carved in stone. That's a manufacturer's program, so they cannot do anything with that. If it says $299 a month with TTNL down, it's $299 a month with TTNL down. There's no way to change. They can't change the deal unless you change it by changing how many miles per year or the term. But other than that, the term and the mileage is carved as a manufacturer's program, and so it's a flat. There's no adding to unless you add accessories or a maintenance warranty or whatever to the vehicle. It is what it is. But a lot of people don't. I don't know. They contact me, and this one gentleman said, you upset my wife. And I went, and what do you mean? He goes, she called you about it? Oh, yeah. We talked. She goes, she's really upset. And I went, okay, I don't know what to tell you on that one. And he goes, did you say that it was a bad deal because it wasn't one of your sponsors? And I said, here, hang on just a second before we go any further. Your wife called. In fact, let me read you the text message and asked me if this was a good deal. I did the math on it, and I said, well, here's what it should have been to be a good deal.
Yeah.
Now, where you were coming off,
about it's
anything else, or the fact that your wife's very upset, I said, sir, were you with her? And he goes, no. I said, well, I guess that's something you might want to ask yourself about then. Well, then it got a little nastier, and I went, hang on, just don't shoot the messenger. You call and ask me a question, and I answered it. And I gave her the numbers that I said was going to be a good deal. I pulled it up. I worked up the car deal. I said, here's what you should have got for your trade based on what you told me. Here's the payment that you should be at 5.9%. This is where you should be. And she said, what kind of math are you using? And I said, well, the one I was taught in school. And it's basic math because the interest on cars are simple interest. It's not Rule 77 like on your home.
Right.
Where they recalculate. And she goes, what do I do? I said, oh, you already bought it. She said, yeah. And I said, well, enjoy your car.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Thank you. And next thing you know, I got an angry husband calling me. I'm going, why are you calling me? And she didn't say, hey, I went over to Joe Bag of Donut Motors and bought this vehicle. That's not the conversation. So when you call me and you ask me if it's a good deal, you might want to try that prior to going to the dealership.
Yeah, well, that's what we keep saying. Know before you go.
Or when you go to the dealership, get the numbers and then call me.
Right. You can do it that way as well. And so that's the thing that people need to know. And the biggest thing you need to know, it's not going to cost you a nickel, a penny, a dime, quarter. And if you need to know how many dimes and a dollar, give Kurt a call.
Cool.
Because there seems to be a lot of people out there that don't know how many dimes are in a dollar. But know before you go. Get your estimate on your vehicle. Get an idea what kind of vehicle you want. And if you have like you said, the exact type of vehicle, do that all before you go.
Yep.
And it's so much easier, I promise you. I mean, I've experienced it personally. My wife has experienced personally, and a lot of other people have. So there's no reason for you not to take advantage of that free service. And there will be no bill sent to you. There will be no, asterisk at the bottom of the contract saying, oh, by the way, you owe Kurt, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. It's a handshake, hug, or a prayer. He'll take all three if you got them. And he needs a lot of prayer, so I would recommend that more than anything. So that's all you need to do, and make it happen for yourself. And don't throw money down the tubes and wonder whether you got a good deal or not. You will know when you go and get it done. And usually it's all prepared for you before you go 3/4 of the time, correct?
I had a gentleman, he contacted me, he goes, hey, I want to know if I got a good deal. And I said, well, what? And he goes, well, I told the dealer, I wanted my payment at $450 or less a month. Not the way you should be buying a car. But anyway, I said, did they get you your payment? He said, yeah. And I said, so what kind of conversation do you want to have? I want to make sure it was a good deal. Well, he gave me the numbers and everything. And right when he told me, I was like, I didn't even have the heart to say anything.
What are you going to say?
Did you buy an extended warranty? I don't know. Did you get a service contract? I don't know, because I'm doing the math in my head and it's just not calculating. But anyway, out of all the phone calls, there were still a lot of happy people that got really good deals because they were at really good dealerships. And that's what we want to make sure you do. All right, we got a whole lot to cover today. 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
And thank you, everyone, for tuning in here to the Automotive Edge radio show, all of our social media sites. Gerald Wade, thanks for tuning in.
Hello, Gerald.
I said I finally made it to the live on time. Well, we barely made it too, buddy.
Good morning, Deg and Julie. Hey, did you get a call from Harmon? He said he can't figure out how to get us live.
He called me. I told him that because they had those storms go through, to reboot his Wi-Fi and then to also reboot his devices. In other words, go in and turn off the Wi-Fi and reboot the Wi-Fi on his devices. So we could call him and ask him if it's working. So, yeah, I tried to. I don't know what. Would you have told him anything else?
Sorry, what?
Last week, Harmon said that he couldn't get us on the live broadcast on a couple of his devices.
Well, I mean, was it a device like?
One was a laptop, and I think the other one was, maybe, I don't know. And then he said he was getting it on his phone.
Huh.
But
really
he could have been getting it on his phone through the internet in the sky, not through
the service,
right,
not the actual internet.
Right. And so I told him to reboot his Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'd probably start with rebooting your Wi-Fi
and then
seeing if anything changes.
Devices too. And
then if that doesn't work, then I'd start rebooting. But if you reboot one device and it doesn't work, then it's probably not a device issue. But that'd be something, I mean, you kind of have to play with. I'd restart your Wi-Fi, and then after you restart your Wi-Fi, I'd restart your device. After you restart your device, if nothing's changed, then but you're still getting it on your phone, then we're talking about maybe a little weirder issue. So just let us know how that goes.
We'll find out. They'll probably be calling in and let us know.
Call us in, and then we can walk you through, especially if you got something going on. Man, there's a lot of people out this morning. You notice that?
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty day, so people will be out doing some stuff this morning.
You think days that get this hot are pretty?
Do what now?
Do you think days that get this hot are pretty?
Well, I like hot weather. You know that.
Man, I don't know how you do it.
Well, it's time for the being in the pool. And
Mr. Chase, you a hot or a cold dude?
He likes cold weather.
Cold.
Cold all the way.
I enjoy the summer, getting out and hanging out, barbecuing, getting in the pool. Last few years ago, my boys bought me one of those outdoor chillers.
Yes, sir.
So I can fill it with water and turn it on, and I don't care how hot it is. I can sit out there by the pool, and it's cool.
Feels nice, huh?
It blows cold air. It runs the water through the chilling system, and you got a oscillating fan, and, man, it's nice outside. But,
Those things are real nice.
What's cold to you? Cold weather. What do you think? Like what degree mark are we at?
Zero.
Probably the 20s
20s. Okay.
with wind.
He's cold in the 50s or 60s.
Oh, I know.
mean,
I was
it's
cold
incredible.
when I came in this.
Yeah, he was talking about he needs
Yeah,
a
air
jacket for
conditioners
free.
don't-
I wish I had brought my hoodie.
He was talking about that on the way in here.
Yeah, it's funny. My son, Zachary, when he got older, I remember
1 minute.
I forgot who took the picture. Him and I are both in, we got, sweat tops on and shorts, and it's cold outside. And we always dress the same way. It can be really cold, and we got a sweat top on, a pair of shorts, and we're good to go.
Dag said it could have been blocked by firewall.
Yeah, that's possible.
Now, what is that?
A firewall? It's just it's basically just a protection, some sort of protection software that all it does is stop you from accessing
30 seconds.
whatever it is you're trying to access that might be harmful.
And how would he get that fixed?
You have to go into your security settings and check it.
Okay.
See,
I had a
To
firewall
fix
come up.
firewall, you got to go to the settings of your network.
Oh, the
Because
network.
it's built in with every device. You choose to turn it on or off.
All right.
and you might be blocking some things and not be blocking others.
Well, that's what my internet was doing with the privacy setting.
But it shouldn't be blocking Facebook.
Yeah. Wouldn't think.
That's a great song. You know who's playing the guitar in this?
Enlighten.
Oh, Santana.
That's correct.
Never mind.
Sometimes I'm good.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment of the show goes to the great folks here at Freeman Toyota, located on the affordable side of the Metroplex. Let me tell you, if you're wanting a pickup truck and you're wanting a Tundra, go no further than the affordable side of the Metroplex right here at 820 and 183. Just a mile south, take the new Highway 10 exit. It's all developed now, and swing around. They have got some Tundras now. I'm looking at probably 30, 40 Tundras. What does that mean? Big discounts for you. You got the Camry, you got the Corolla, you got the Highlander, you have the RAV4, all in stock and ready to go. You have, I don't know that there's anything they don't have here on the property. Great lease programs, great buy programs. They got some good APRs based on your credit history. You can beat the bank all at one place. I've known the general manager, Dane Miner, for over 35 years. My brother has been with this company for over 35 years. There's a reason why. Jerry Freeman runs a long-term ship, and the employees here have been here very, very long-term. And there's a reason for it. They're not bullies selling cars. They just do it the right way. Come on out and meet the great Big Wheel Bo Carver. We're going to be here till the noon hour. They're going to be here till 9 o'clock, taking care of all your Toyota needs. When you buy a new Toyota here at Freeman Toyota, they're going to take care of 2 years of Toyota care. So you make the payment, put the gas in it, and they're going to do all the maintenance on it for you. The place, freemantoyota.com. That's freemantoyota.com. So, I want to let everybody know that I had a big list of questions last week, and I did not get to all of them.
Can I bring up something first?
Uh-huh.
We'd like to announce that if you have a diesel truck, pickup truck, that it's not really recommended that you pull it up to the gas station and put regular gas in it.
Why not?
We're not really sure, but I think you're going to end up with about a $6,000-7,000 repair bill if you do. It's not highly recommended, and that gas hose will fit in there. Now, I had the pleasure of driving a diesel truck the other day, and
What'd you put in it?
I chose diesel.
Did you?
Yeah, I felt that was probably a good move. I was looking at the price, and I thought, well, it's a little higher than the regular.
Probably make the truck run better.
Yeah, I go like, I might go ahead and go cheaper because the gas that price is a little lower. But I said, that's not a good idea. But I did have a question.
Uh-huh.
There's a little blue cap to the right of it where you put the nozzle for the diesel.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what that was.
That is your reserve.
Now, what do you mean by reserve?
You can put X amount of fuel into that one as a reserve.
Okay.
Instead of a dual tank,
Okay.
it's your reserve tank.
Just a smaller little
Yeah,
thing.
when you see a lot of 3/4 tons or bigger, they got that big tank in the back
Right.
with the deal.
Right.
Well, in the 1500s, they have that reserve size. So you
Okay.
can pull that off and put, it only holds a few gallons, but
Just
it'll
enough to get you the next down the road. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know quite what that was, but now I do. So if you're driving is that mainly in the Silverados? I mean, or is it, because that's a different engine than what they've got in a lot of the bigger diesel
Yeah,
trucks.
totally different. Yeah, your 1500s and your standard diesels are completely different than the ones they put in your heavy duty equipment.
Right. So that's a whole nother ballgame that I know nothing about. But
I mean, who would be so dumb as to do that?
Well, maybe in the reserve tank if you put a little gas off in there, maybe
I
you're
don't
not.
know. Still connected, isn't it?
Oh, don't put gas in your reserve tank, people. Don't.
Well, we just had
Don't do
that.
it.
We know somebody did that the other day.
You do. I don't know anything about it.
Wow. Okay. Everybody used to think you were an honest human being.
Well, you mean that person? That one.
That guy.
I got you.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Kurt, so
No.
we'll clear that up. It wasn't Graham Knox Mirabou Carver, Mirabou. And it wasn't I. Wasn't me. So,
And it wasn't Caden.
no.
No, it couldn't have been him. He was driving only gas
That
vehicles.
kind of limits it to one
I
person.
mean, it kind
So,
of narrows it.
We will keep that silent for his own privacy.
We'll wait and see if he gets tuned in. We'll bring that subject back
Yeah,
up.
give us a call. Explain how it all happened. Run it down.
We need the play-by-play on that.
Well, hey, there's the month of June. I want to let everybody know the inventory has really, really ticked up. There is a bunch of inventory for sale right now. 2.9 million vehicles are saying are on the ground ready for delivery. That's been the biggest supply that we've seen in 4 years, since we got through the Dr. Fauci disease. The inventory is doing extremely well, which means what? It means big incentives. Here's the problem, though. A lot of people are very, very agitated that bought their vehicles during COVID, and they have a lot of negative equity. And supply and demand was the reason for the high prices. And so I've had a lot of people that have appraised cars over the last month. Remember, you can always go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, scroll down. There's the appraisal form. Fill it out and send it to me, and I'll give you a bid based on how you described it. And there's a lot of people that are very much upside down on their vehicle. It just had to have. The worst that I've seen is in the high end. I've never seen so many people so far upside down in a Cadillac Escalade in my life.
Oh, yeah?
And there were some of those vehicles that were being sold for $25,000, $30,000 over MSRP. So if you didn't put that money down, then
You're underwater, as they
you've
call it.
got a serious problem. And the best thing I can tell you is start doubling up on your payments, adding to your payment, whatever you need to do to turn that around, because the banks are not going to allow you to carry that much negative equity forward on a vehicle. In fact, the one gentleman, a third of the price of the vehicle he wanted was how much negative equity he was carrying over to the next note. And the banks aren't going to do it. And I called him up and he goes, well, I just can't believe. And I went, well, it is what it is. And all I can tell you is let's figure out the math on it. And if you can double up or add to get you out of that situation. But there's a lot of people that are coming off of the Fauci disease that are in trouble. And all I can tell you is there's only one way to take care of it, and that's to add to, increase, and good luck. I don't have any answer. It's always hard for me, and it's always heartbreaking when you're running into those situations and you appraise a vehicle and somebody says, "What is my vehicle worth?" And you tell them, I always tell them, "Hey, go to."
Well, it makes you look bad because they think that you don't know what you're talking about. And they go like, "Well, you don't know what you're talking about because I paid blah, 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 blah." And
Because that's not the answer I'm looking for.
yeah, there you go.
Well, I tell them that number up front, and I said, "Well, call your bank and get a 10-day payoff." And they said, "Why do I need a 10-day payoff?" And I said, "Well, that's a good window because there's a per diem every day on your vehicle that how long it's going to take to process the paperwork. 10 days would be the max for you're here at Freeman Toyota. You buy a new vehicle. They take care of all the paperwork up in the business office. They send the check over to your bank for your title to clear the lien. And so that 10-day window is pretty good for that per diem that's built into that payoff." And so I always tell them, "Hey, get a 10-day payoff, and then I will call you and give you an appraisal." And that's where things get really, really sketchy is when I call them and go, they have their 10-day payoff, and I said, "Here's what your vehicle's worth." And they go, no, I don't think you're looking at it right. And I said, "Is this your VIN? Is this the miles? Is this the vehicle?" "Yes." "Well, I'm going to give myself a couple $1,000 variance based on what a dealer will put into it, but that's what it's worth." And the one I appraised at $84,000, he owed $116. And so that's a tough deal.
That's very tough. Very tough.
I don't know what to say other than
God bless.
double up.
Yeah.
Best thing you can do is double up and get out. 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show today, live Freeman Toyota on the affordable side of the Metroplex. We got a whole lot more to cover. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Harmon texted me. I texted him. He said he got it running. He was up and running.
Who?
Harmon. So we got.
Who's this?
Oh, I think I know who it is. I had to turn it down. Oh, that's the blind guy.
Wow.
Guy.
You know the blind guy?
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, there you go. I got half of it right.
Hey, when do y'all explain to me what's the affordable side of the Metroplex? When does it stop being affordable and go to the?
It stopped right
when you
here.
go to a different Toyota store.
This is it right here. This is the whole area right here is the affordable.
Well, Dane Miner, he doesn't. There's no pressure selling here. He doesn't want the back and forth. He wants professional salespeople that know what they're doing and get right to it. Make it affordable, and then you'll see them again.
Well, that's true too. And making good, relationships with all of our dealers. That's where they are. They look after. Their whole purpose is to keep people coming back, not trying to, cheat you out of the money right off the bat, and then you got to suck it up, and deal with it. They don't operate that way.
You know what? I realize I'm getting kind of with the groove. I Zalade Maddie some money the other day. I did.
Okay. It's good to know.
Delayed always.
She didn't even
Yes, he
respond.
did. He's a lady.
No. Don't even talk to me, Maddie, because I know what I sent you. I didn't get even a response, so don't even talk to me the rest of the show.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't respond.
And I don't Zalade just anybody. I've never Zalayed my boys.
It sounds like a cooking
I
thing.
could start doing that if you'd like. I think that would be the most.
Yeah,
that would be nice if I were to let you know that I received it.
Does he have like is it like Cash App where you can heart it or like Venmo?
No, it's just a text message. So I get that text message that he's allayed me, and that's it.
Is it from him or is it from like an automatic number?
It's an automatic number.
No, so there's no way to respond to that, man. She's got to call you. You didn't even put in.
Yeah, I had to text him separately.
Oh man, that's a lot of
She
work.
doesn't. She didn't even think about me.
It's a lot of work.
I do think about you all the
No,
time.
and I bonused her this month.
Oh, wow.
You got a California vacation
You know what? I
bonus.
didn't even get.
Mr. Chase, I'm very grateful for any bonus that you give me, especially the 50-cent bonus. That's not
50
sarcasm.
cent.
No. Okay. Then I want a refund on the difference.
Oh, that was
I said I'm very grateful for the bonuses that you've given me, even if it's 50 cents.
Well, this last one wasn't 50 cents, was it?
No, sir, it was not. It was a gracious $2.
Oh, really?
priceless.
Okay, Maddie. Well,
Her
Comes out the fire.
her mind's in California right now. When are you actually leaving? Next Saturday?
I leave next Saturday at 6 a.m.
yeah, we're leaving at 6 a.m.
Okay, there you go. That's
So,
what you get for, you know.
I would land 7 a.m. California time, but 9 a.m. Dallas time.
I gotcha.
Mr. Chase, you got a neck pillow for the flight ready?
No, well, I've got a tracker.
Sitting right behind her, not
Yeah,
even
10
next
seconds.
to her.
Yeah,
right?
Maddie will have a tracker on her.
GPS.
My dad has like 3 trackers on me. It's okay.
And once I
Life
get
360
I get up in his face and have a little conversation, it won't matter.
We would like to take this time to say thank you for flying with us today here on the AutomotiveEdge.com Flight 101. Please extinguish all cigarettes and cigars. Place your seats in the upright position and fasten your seatbelts. Please do not try to exit through the exit door. 3, 2, 1.
Warning. The information heard here on the Automotive Edge radio show may lead you to find a wealth of knowledge that could possibly save you time and money. If any of this information causes you to be bothered or upset, please sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and seek immediate help. Now, here's your host of the Automotive Edge radio show, Kurt Chase.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment of the show is brought to you by 8-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. I was just on the phone with Jason Lawing this week. Their inventory is unbelievable. Get this. Today, $34,988 on a 2024 crew cab.
Wow.
$34,988. How do you like me now?
That's fantastic.
He sent me the deal, and I went, are you kidding me? I was like, there's no way that you're selling vehicles for that price. And he said, I am. And I went, there's just no way. He said, yeah, there's a way. And I said, there's not a way. He said, there's a way.
So, yeah, how long did you have that back and forth?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there going,
Way, no way,
Yeah.
no way.
$34,988 on a 2024 Chevy Silverado crew cab. Now, you got to realize the sticker on this is over $46,000. So you're driving off the lot with equity. With equity on a brand new 2024 Chevy Silverado. $299 a month, 0 down. That means no money down, period, on a brand new 2024 Chevy Equinox. So for people that you want a great vehicle, you have a tight budget, you make your first payment up front, no money down, no TT, no nothing, and you're driving home in a new Equinox with approved credit. And there, I got to tell you, there's a ton more. The place to go, ElDoradoChevy.com. That's ElDoradoChevy.com. Get on there and take a look at all their EVs. You got your new Traverse EVs out, your Blazer EV, the all-new Chevy Silverado EV is out. And for you guys that always like the Chevy Avalanche, that's the first thing I thought about when I saw that truck was it has that Avalanche-ish kind of look about it. And it's a good-looking rig. So the place, 380 and 75. See why they're 8-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. Let them know you're listening to the Automotive Edge Radio Show. Meet Jason Lawing, meet Rusty, meet Jazz, the whole gang out there, and enjoy a better way to shop, kick tires, find out, or take home a new Chevrolet, ElDoradoChevy.com.
So what's the lease on that Equinox? 3 years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, you got a $25,000 rig. Just do the math. 300 times 36.
Yeah.
And realize how much money you're saving. People are like, well, you don't own anything. Well, most people now are going 72 and 84 months. You don't own anything for 6-7 years anyway.
Exactly.
That's
And you
where you
might get underwater if you don't do the deal right.
Well, here's the thing. If you do the math on it, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
See, man.
If you do the retail math on it, you're at $448 a month. $448. This way, you're doing it for less than half that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, now not quite less than half. But the term is half.
Right.
and your payment is $100, $150 less a month.
Pretty hard to beat.
Yep.
It's a good-looking real ride, too.
ElDoradoChevy.com. Now, we're talking about days supply, and what that means is how many products are on their lot and how long will they last them. Well, get this. The EVs have about 145, 150 days supply, meaning if they didn't build another one, they could get through the rest of the year and not need to have a new one touch their property. That's how bad things are for the electrification right now. But some of these products are doing really, really well. Lincoln, up almost 30%. And when you look at the Navigator, the Aviator, the Corsair, I got to tell you, the luxury line of Lincoln is killing it. And I like
Those are still ICE vehicles, though,
about
right?
it. Huh?
Those still ICE vehicles. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
American Honda up 11%. Genesis is.
Now, you say American Honda. What does that actually mean? Just in America?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The vehicles that they're selling here.
Okay, I got you.
Right now, they're pacing. They're over 8,000 to date, higher than they were last year, same time.
Wow, that's
and for the year to date, they're at 577,000 year to date. Last year, they're at 520,000. So things are really cooking with American Honda. Toyota up 17%. Already this year, they've sold 993,000 vehicles.
Wow.
Versus last year at 843, up over almost 18%. Volvo cars have made a move, and the only one announcement that came out that they're pulling back on electrification is Cadillac, and I am so happy. I just wish Cadillac, their XT5, the XT4, some of their products. They build a good-looking rig, but they've got no oomph about them. They really lag in power, and I wish Cadillac would take some of their other products and put more power to it. And you have the technology, you have the turbochargers, you have the superchargers. There's things that we can do, hybrid technology with a turbocharger. There's so many things that Cadillac could do to put a little pep in their step with their products. It's the only thing is, as I've gone out and driven them, is that I would have liked to have seen more power.
Do you feel like, because, and I'm just guessing here, but for most of the time, Cadillac has been catered to more of the older crowd?
50 and older.
So do you think that's the reason they haven't done it, because it's not a necessity to that crew?
Well, MPG, staying with the
Right,
cafe.
that as well.
I just think that I would love to see them continue with their sedans, and
Right.
that has been the heart and soul of Cadillac forever
no
and ever.
doubt.
It has not been the SUVs. It's always been their cars.
Definitely.
And you know what? I know
Well, that's
for a
been
fact.
the whole thing forever. Like, if you told somebody you're driving a Cadillac, da-ding.
Yep.
I mean, you were the man. You had it, and that's the way it's been. That everybody looked at, comparing Cadillac as the luxury line, that you were somebody.
Yeah.
But that was the car. That wasn't an SUV.
Well, one thing that I wish Cadillac would do, and I wish they would put me on their marketing team because I could help.
Well, I think a lot of these manufacturers could use that.
Is come out with a DeVille. It doesn't have to be sedan DeVille. It doesn't have to be coupe DeVille. None of that. Just come out with a DeVille series, an elegant car with the right amount of horsepower, and they would sell everything they could get.
Yes, I agree.
They'd sell everything they get their hands on.
Well,
and so the mindset of the manufacturers right now, when I'm looking down the list, and there's a couple of products that are really moving the needle and moving up. One is Genesis. And the Genesis line is my pick for the future over the next 5 to 6 years. Is just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. The GV70 and GV80, the G70, G90, I mean, these cars are absolutely incredible. The ride, the drive, the handling, and they've really separated themselves from the standard Hyundai line. When you look at the Tucson, the Santa Fe, the Elantra, the Sonata, and then you jump into their luxury brand with their G and GV series vehicles, there's that big separation. Same thing with Toyota and Lexus. When you take and you drive a Camry versus a GS, completely different. And they've really defined one luxury
They
product
actually,
over another.
you know the step up. You know the difference.
Same thing with GM. There used to be a big separation with GM and Cadillac. Right. Now it's gotten closer because of I don't know who and what they're doing with Cadillac right now, which is really sad. I always enjoyed the battle between Lincoln and Cadillac because I own both of them. Mm-hmm. I owned a Cadillac Coupe de Ville, I owned a Eldorado, I owned a Sedan de Ville.
Well, it was that way in the limousine business. We had the Cadillac and we had the Lincoln.
Right.
And there was always a battle for who, what year we were going to get.
I always thought there was more limousine town cars than there were Cadillacs.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that ultimately what happened. But before that kind of took over, and I can't think of really dialing in a year, Cadillac was kind of the main go-to.
Yeah.
But then Lincoln started coming in and started pushing Cadillac out.
So which one did you prefer?
I preferred the Lincoln.
Did you? Mm-hmm. So did you have to get a special license to be a driver?
Yes. Well, you had to. Well, you didn't. You had to be certified at the airport. You had to have a particular certification to drive in Dallas and Fort Worth. Mainly.
So
Dallas.
Is there a separate chauffeur license?
Well, no, not for actually driving the car. The vehicle, but to go inside the airport, to go, if you got caught in Dallas without your certificate to be able to be that, you'd get a fine.
And what did you have to go through to get a certificate?
You had to go through a whole lot of BS.
Really?
Oh, they did background checks. You had to go and.
It wasn't the actual driving part.
No, it was all about you as an individual.
Huh.
And it was a pain in the patootie. And I mean, you'd have to go to downtown Dallas and go in that courthouse, not the old one, but the one across the street from the old one, stand in line, do all that.
1 minute.
Fill out the paperwork, pay the money. Then you'd have to wait for them to do that, go back down there and get your little ticket, your little thing you wear. Same thing at the airport. It was a nightmare. But you had to have
And you only had to do it one time? Or did you have to
do it every year.
Every year?
Every year you had to renew.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a pain.
No idea. I was always a Cadillac guy. My buddy Sean Covington, he had a Cadillac. My buddy David, he had a Cadillac. And then I got the Lincoln. And I loved that town car, but then I went back to the Cadillac for personal driving. But back then, you had that big 500 motor in it, and the thing would run like a wild banshee. And I mean, it was just a great product. It was different for me. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one, Big Wheeled Bo Carver. I'm trying to remember the girl's name back in studio. But anyway, we'll take a quick break. Yeah, I don't call for anything. Maddie. Yeah, that's her. But we love her. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back. I don't think Maddie loves me anymore.
Forget this.
Michael Johnson, good morning. Ronnie Swain, good morning, brother.
I met Mr. Ronnie Swain last Saturday. What a great time that was.
The Honorable Judge Christopher Gregory.
No.
My buddy. He said he likes me more than you.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. I know you're still in all my guy friends, but I'll take all the women. Hey, Judge, call in about your skeet shoot. Let everybody know what's going on, and because we're going to be live out there during the 22nd. So if you want to call in, give us a call.
787-1190.
Yeah, 214-787-1190, and tell us a little about how it's going, and if there's still room for more skeet shooters, and tell them what's happening, because we're looking forward to being out there.
Maddie's playing some classics over here.
She doesn't love me anymore.
I did not like when Lincoln went. I like that square back. That square
that rounded town car was ugly.
That round, I didn't like that.
I didn't either.
I didn't like that, and it wasn't as comfortable ride either.
Yeah,
and it was more scrunched, like interior wise.
I had the Golden Bear edition.
Did you really?
You remember that?
Yeah.
Green with that tan interior. That was the bomb. My dad, he had the big giant one with the opera candelabra lighting on the outside. The big long strip lighting on the outside of the car.
Wow. With
the round windows on that back with the big land out top. This thing was a boat. My brother actually took his driving test in that monster.
Oh my gosh.
You open that thing up, and it was, what a car that was. It was probably the nicest Lincoln I've ever seen because it was that dark burgundy and had that exterior lighting on it with those round windows in the back. Mm-hmm. And it had that deep, thick crushed velour interior. Oh, what a car.
Yeah. Yeah, it was some nice vehicles back in the day. I mean, they're nice vehicles now, but it just, they don't have the boats like they used to.
No.
That's what we like. We like the boats.
Oh, the bigger the better.
Yep.
Yeah, my Olds Delta 88 Royale, what a vehicle.
I had one of those.
I loved
I
everything
like the brown
about
with
it.
the tan top, tan interior. I sold it to my dad after a little while. He wanted it so bad. He loved that car. I sold it to him. He wanted it, so we can have it.
Yeah, I just enjoyed cruising. I just enjoyed it. You could lean over, get that gangster.
Yeah.
You had a big old heavy armrest that dropped down.
Bench seat. You could drive with one arm over the steering wheel and one over the babe.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, we cruised. Mm-hmm. Now there's no more cruising.
No.
It's too much gun violence and things that are going on out there where, we used to cruise Pioneer between Gibson parking lot and Sonic, and everybody, would honk, and then, hey, meet me down the road, sit there and shoot the breeze.
The only thing might be a little fisticuffs with a buddy, but not shooting each other.
No.
And
1 minute.
I don't know. It's crazy nowadays.
Yeah, different times.
Yeah.
I've always been asked, so I like the old times or the new time. The old times by far, not even close.
Well, a lot of people don't know what those old times are because they didn't experience it, but the safety, you just didn't feel like when you went out that you were going to be hammered in some way.
Yeah.
Or, or eliminated
30
from
seconds.
the earth. It could happen.
Yeah, your parents never said lock the doors.
No.
Oh, that's all they said to me.
Yeah.
You never worry about. You just didn't worry about anything.
No, my parents didn't worry about it. They just say, hey, get home about time for supper is about all they said. I used to ride my horse every day and go
10
out
seconds.
for 2 or 3 hours. What
we did the first day of summer?
Just cut your short pants off and just.
That's right. Cut them britches down, a pair of shorts, and got on our bike, no shoes, and took off.
Well, it's different times now. I always needed to know where Graham was, and if I couldn't find him, I went into hysterics.
Oh, my goodness.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Do it right this summer. Get your car over to Driver's Edge Auto Repair. You go to mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com. In fact, the other day, I helped a young man that had this massive bill on his car. We got him over to Driver's Edge. The bill was reduced in half. Plus, they have coupons on there based on how much you spend, how much you're going to take off. And he had a $200 coupon in there. So the math was incredible. 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty after the repair to guarantee it, and a whole lot more. They've been a great sponsor of the show for over 20 years, and we can't thank them enough. Year in, year out, we send hundreds and hundreds of people over to Driver's Edge Auto Repair. They don't winterize. They don't summarize. They do the work that's needed, and then they let you know, hey, from here, this is what needs to be done, what you need to be looking at, what you need to be concerned about. And they do tires. Get your best price on your tire. Take it over to Driver's Edge Auto Repair and let them match it or beat it each and every time. And also, if you got that big repair and you don't have the money, they have financing available. In fact, there was a couple that didn't have the money for their transmission overhaul. They financed it. The guy's bonus came in. He paid off the note, and his car was running and getting where he needed to be. The place, always online at mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com. Over 23 locations to serve you and make car repair affordable. It's mydriversedge.com.
So Brian Bartley wants to know, is it me or does the paint on a new cat chip easily? On new cats. I'm thinking Cadillacs, what I'm thinking he means.
On new what?
Cats. I'm thinking.
Probably meant cads. New caddies.
I'm thinking Cadillacs. Is that what you mean, Brian? You need to clarify that because we want to know.
Well, it could be a Caterpillar tractor.
It could be. Could be real cats.
Yeah.
Are you painting your cat?
Well, I mean, the paint does chip on those because of the work they get put through. So
He says
On a car.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, just misspelled.
Well, the paint is completely different from yesteryear. Now they do the paint where they do the opposite and the negative magnetation, and that's where you see the orange peel on the car when it's drawn into it through that magnetation that creates an orange peel. But they do put 3 coats on average, some more clear coat on the automobiles. Is the paint? Here's the thing. In the day, I think the paint was a heavier paint and seemed to last longer. Now, I've never really looked at a comparison, but the kicker is how you clean your car.
Oh,
it's so
you
important.
could use some chemicals that are not good on them, right?
Yeah, the people that reach underneath the sink and grab the
Dawn's dish soap.
Well, whatever their brand is that they have there, and you think about it, if you have a pan that you didn't spray or put a coating on or doesn't have a coating and it has all that crusty stuff and you put a couple of drops in it and it eats everything away in the pan, what do you think you're doing when you're putting that all over your vehicle and rubbing it in?
Yes, of course.
And so I always tell people when you're cleaning your car, use car soap. Back in the day, there was no car soap, and we didn't have all the oxidation and problems that they're having now. So if you think about that, it's a big difference. But I tell everybody because of the paint
nowadays,
and it's a much thinner paint that they put on the vehicles than previously. Not to say that it's not any better, because it is. Long term, is use the right products to clean your car.
But also, is it because the paint's thinner? Is it because the material of the vehicles are different?
Well, they are. The chipping of the paint, I don't think that it chips any easier. The thing about it is the metal was heavier then, it was thicker then, but it didn't prevent chips any better.
Right, I got you.
The thing about the reason that we're seeing more chips now is everywhere you go, there's massive amounts of construction. Everywhere you go.
Kind of stuff.
In fact, last night we were driving down Johnson Road and we didn't even know that it was all ripped up. And I hate driving down the road because all you hear is bing, 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 all the little rocks and everything bouncing up. But to say that there's a chip easier now than in the past, I would have to say it's probably still the same. My opinion.
Just depending on circumstances.
Yeah. 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. I got a really hot topic, something that's really been bothering me, coming up here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show. Stay tuned in. Be sure to share and like. And
on all of our social media sites, the Automotive Edge Radio Show Facebook page, Shifting Gears, my personal page, Kurt's personal page, LinkedIn under Kurt Chase, and the YouTube on the Automotive Edge Radio Show.
Yep. Quick break. Don't go away. We're going to pay some bills. Be right back.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, y'all got it.
Maddie, who sings this? Midland. I never heard of them. Huh. Midland. You were tailgating? I know what goes on in tailgating, Maddie. Maddie Gomez. Girl? We're going to have a talk. What? Huh. Oh. I would not let my boys, when they graduated high school, all they wanted to do, they wanted to have a beer and a cigar with their dad, and the beer was not allowed. They had a cigar with their dad. Neither one of them got sick. And my son was 20, and we're on vacation, and my wife decided to let him have a beer against his dad's wishes. So I did not allow any drink until 21, period. No exception to the rule, except for my wife on vacation let Colton, he said, Dad, you want to have a beer? And I went, no, I don't like beer. He goes, let's have one beer. And I look over, my wife's just staring me down.
To want you to do it?
I said, all right, let's have our first beer together. Colton goes, two shock tops, tall boys, pop the top, something. I went,
like he'd never ordered one before.
I looked at him, I'm going,
it's the first one you've ever had, right?
I said, first beer, huh? And he knew not to lie, and he goes, well, maybe not my first. Are you mad? And I'm just looking at him. I'm like, you little turkey. And so he drank that one beer, and he looked at his mom like, can I have another one? I'm like, wait a minute, you're looking at your mother to see if you can have another beer.
Well, she gave him permission the first time around. Might as well have a six-pack.
He goes, I'm 20 years old, and I'm going, wait a minute here. The law says 21. Right. He said, how old it was you when you were growing up? I said, 18.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. Yeah, I was 18 years old. We didn't drink at 21.
Oh, no, I can't. I turned the wrong thing down. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Sorry, my bad.
I actually thought of a question a minute ago, Mr. Chase, if you're willing to turn to some electric vehicle question. So you're talking about was that for the U.S. that they're backlogged, like they could continue selling for 150? Do you think that they have a better market in Europe? Is it going better for them?
No,
overseas?
Europe numbers have slowed down 50%.
Oh man,
the only one country that is booming. What do you think it is?
South Korea.
Nope.
Japan.
Nope.
China.
Yep. Because it's being mandated
by the
10 times fold.
Yeah,
but do you know why?
Because they're manufacturing the cars there, or the batteries.
That's what I thought, but we're going to bust that conspiracy theory wide open today.
Is that our next topic here?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, that was a good question to ask, I think. I'm glad.
Yeah, it was good job, Carver.
Well, now I don't get an answer, though. Now I got to wait till the radio comes back on, huh?
Wait.
That's a good question.
I'm sorry, I turned the wrong thing down while ago.
No, you're all good. I was laughing, and I was like, normally I can hear my loud, obnoxious laugh in the background, but this time.
So how many more beers have you had with Colton since then?
None.
20. Oh.
I don't drink beer.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I think I've never had a good beer.
Boy,
ever.
That one you gave me, that 6-pack, it was.
Well, that's different.
I still got it.
Oh, no. Not your father's root beer?
No, that I love.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I love.
That's so good. Can you let me have a sip? Okay, I'm no drinker. I don't even like alcohol.
I wanted to see how close it was like a root beer. It tasted just like a root beer.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
But
did you? I don't think you told me there was alcohol in it till after I had it.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I believed you.
I didn't recognize you without a hat on there, bro. Look at that big old dude there.
Where are they at?
Are they going to colonize somewhere?
Should we be leaving? Is this like a 911 thing?
They're going on strike.
We didn't hear any kind of sirens or anything going on.
And they're having a meeting here in the delivery area.
Oh, I thought maybe we might want to be packing it up.
Morning.
Because they've never had that before that I remember.
Yeah, this is scary, man. We got a whole group of people meeting behind us, talking about
Now you see how big that sales staff is.
I got a bunch.
Yeah, I didn't know that all these people were. Well, I thought some of these at least were customers here, but now I can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Or maybe I can't. Are those still? Yeah, no, there's still some people running.
Got their little shirts on.
You can
1 minute.
You can always tell the ones that want no part of it. They're all pushed up against the window here.
Is that the good sales
Yeah, to
people?
fight your way to
bad
open the door. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. They have to keep finding room to open the door.
I wonder if anybody in there is just really nervous about this right now. Like just really worried about what might be going on.
Dude,
like somebody did something real wrong.
They're going to point you out and say, hit the bricks.
He's like, man, they know I took that car home. I didn't sell
30
it.
seconds.
Your sales are down. Just hit the bricks. We'll mail you your check.
Do you have to meet like a sales quota normally in these dealerships?
Well, Kurt would know that.
Well,
I think they put a
Mr. Chase is in a hole, still trying to figure out what's going on back there.
quota.
I know exactly what they're doing.
Oh, you
They're
do?
going through numbers.
But I had many of those kind of meetings.
Well,
That is a product meeting. That is not a. Plus, they don't have butt chewing sessions here. Not allowed.
No, they do it elsewhere.
They don't have.
This is your
They
pilot
just,
speaking. We're
it's a
currently
one-on-one. If you
taxiing
did
out to
something
the
wrong,
runway
you'll
and,
never see.
getting ready for takeoff.
Butt chewing.
Don't
Dane
see any
Minor does not
turbulence,
operate
and we
that way.
should arrive at our
Probably for the
destination
best.
safely and on time.
I didn't
For
either.
choosing
When
the
I was
Automotive Edge
running
Airways,
dealerships,
and I
I
hope
didn't
you'll
allow
follow us and use our services again in the future.
Are you ready for the show? I said, are you ready?
Good morning,
for the
Charlie
show?
Davis. Love you, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show you've all been waiting for. Please make welcome Kurt Chase and the Automotive Edge.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment of the show is brought to you by Norm Reeves Honda Superstore, North Richland Hills. They are locked and loaded with inventory. And if you go to normreeveshonda.com, that's Norm Reeves Honda, NRH.com, you'll see they've got a lot of great lease programs. So they've got a lot of great buying programs, certified pre-owns, and a great selection of different makes and models there on the lot. And they run them all through the shop. They're all top the line. There's no questions or concerns about anything they sell. I personally know the service director over there and know how those cars are handled and operated and taken care of. All the way from hello to congratulations or hello to come back and see us. It's all the same process each and every day in Norm Reeves Honda Superstore, North Richland Hills. Find them online at normreeveshondanrh.com. That's normreeveshondanrh.com. So here's something I want to bring to everybody's attention. You know, there's a big push, and I don't know how in the heck China is going to bring into the United States the amount of electric cars that they're bringing. Here's the scary part. Right now, in fact, I got a article the other day that was sent to me that the Texas Attorney General investigates reports of car manufacturers secretly selling driving data.
what does that mean?
Well, real simple. They're taking the data. You know, we always talked about the black box.
Right.
And the amount of information that the black box has inside it, driving habits, everything. Well, when you're in the car, think about this. What are a lot of people doing? They're logged on to different sites.
Mm-hmm. With their phone.
Whatever they're doing. Every bit of their information is being recorded because it's coming through the infotainment system.
Right.
Do you know what the word connectivity means?
Well, I've seen it a lot, but I don't know if I could explain what it is.
Well, they actually have cars out there that connect driving down the highway with others to prevent accidents.
Oh.
That's what connectivity is for.
Okay, I gotcha.
Well, now they're saying that, you know, think about this. What happened last year with the Chinese here in the United States?
Well, you talking about the virus?
No.
Talking about the chip?
Nope. The balloons that were flying over.
Oh, yeah.
And think about where they were flying over.
Yeah.
Nuclear sites, military sites. And then Uncle Joe was in a rocking chair out front of his house and went, wait a minute, what's that balloon flying over? And he waited till it went around the whole United States. Now let's take it down.
Couple times they did that.
Yeah, then
So,
finally sent an F-22.
The big concern is the data that the Chinese will be pulling from America while they're driving their cars
There's no telling what.
through the connectivity. It's amazing how lackadaisical and lazy this president has become with the influx of people. Now more people from China more than ever before are coming into the United States illegally. And now they want to take and bring in these very inexpensive electric cars so people can afford more electric cars, and they will be controlling all the data in that car. How in the world? This is the only country in the world that's allowing it. That's why we need a complete changing of the guard.
Wow.
Get rid of all of these people that are not taking priority, protecting us, the American citizens, the American people.
Well, the one problem is it's already here, so it's going to be very difficult to stop it. How would you stop it?
No, there's a way to stop it. No doubt about it. And that's
Okay.
where you have a president with some backbone.
Yeah.
and they go into the intelligence agency. They start saying, everybody that's not here legally, here's the deal. We're going to line you up back across the border. You're going to come through here legally, or you're not coming back across the border. And then B, all of this Chinese product that is coming in from China is not allowed. Good. Until we know what the capabilities are of this product. And so I talk to a lot of people that are super intelligent on this part. And I said, talk to me about connectivity. He goes, buddy, it's the simplest way to infiltrate your life through your cell phones, through your TV, and through cars.
So we asked on the break who was selling the most EVs in what country, and you said China.
No doubt.
And I said because they're building them there, or they're building the batteries there, and you said that's not the reason. That's the reason.
It's connectivity that their government can control and monitor everything everybody is doing.
Why they want more cars sold in the United States.
Well, that's a mode of operandi for China.
Just think about it. They were controlling the amount of boys and girls.
True.
How many children you could have.
The social rating system, have you guys seen that?
Oh, yeah. It's absolutely incredible. So now here's what we do. They want to build these cheap electric cars where they can control all the data of everything that goes on in the world, in the United States, man. And that's one thing is that who is asleep at the wheel here to go here? Well, let me just back up. If you think about it, there was 43 cars that allowed the $7,500 tax credit. Then Uncle Joe woke up again, had an epiphany. Now it's down, I think, 18 or 19 because he wants the majority of all the products, the elements of the batteries to come away from China, not to be dependent on China. But then China announces, hey, we're building these extremely cheap cars, and we're going to infiltrate them into the United States. And when I say infiltrate, I mean the technology, the capabilities of monitoring everything that's going on here in the United States. If you don't think that they can add things to detect and find out and figure out more as we're driving around our great country, you were highly, highly mistaken.
Head in the sand.
And I'm going, when does this craziness stop?
Well, hopefully it stops in November because it's just been crazy for the last few years. And these are some of the things people don't know about out there. And if they not really dialed in, I mean, everything is through the roof as far as purchasing anything, any kind of products, any kind of food products, any kind of housing is through the roof, even vehicles. Everything is so high. It's just gone out of control. But what we're dealing with here, what you're talking about, is way more concerning than that.
To have equipment on people's cars, which is the black box, to be able to know everything about who you are, where you are, and what you're doing.
And it's against the law to take one off, too, right?
Yeah, you cannot take the black box off the car.
Right.
And I'm going, when do the American people take back the country? Here's what blows me away. You know what type of officials they are?
Well, they're politicians.
They're elected.
Right, exactly.
We chose to have them there. And if they're not we, the people, let's get them out. At my age, I get more and more frustrated that the American people have their heads down in these stupid cell phones, or you're affixed to some propaganda on TV and you're not getting involved. Look how many people vote and don't vote. Look how many local elections people just don't get off their butts and vote for.
And that's
you know one thing in Dallas that bugs the heck out of me? That Margaret Hunt Bridge.
It's crazy.
How many hundreds of millions that they paid, because we crossed it the other day on the way back, delivering all those cars. I'm going, why, with all the homelessness, the flooding, all of the different things that money could have gone to, why they had to spend. But you know what? The minority voted and got it done, got the bond election approved for that money, versus the majority going, wait a minute here.
Yeah.
We have homes, the same homes that are getting flooded every year when the rain comes.
Right.
We have so much homelessness going on. We have so many other projects we can be doing. Just build a nice stinking bridge. All that big white arches and cable. I'm going.
It's all showboating.
It's all it is. I'm going, you know what? It does not handle the revenue the way it should be handled. If we've got that kind of money to raise, let me just tell you, let's raise it to take care of the people. Not the picturesque scenery and the beautiful bridge. Oh, it's going to bring more people and companies. Baloney.
And then right down the street, you got loaded of homeless with tents underneath.
It's the same thing when they tell me, when Mr. McNatt, I was running his dealership, he said, we have to build this new state-of-the-art dealership. I'm like, why? And they're going to sell more cars.
No.
He goes, you don't think? I said 100% no. If you have a nice, clean dealership and you have the right people and the right process, you sell vehicles. My point is, we the people need to get off our butts. We need to start educating our children, get out and vote and make a difference, because the trail that we're following is being designed without our permission, without our authority, and everybody's lining up like sheep. And we know what happens to the sheep. We know what happens when you line up animals and they're headed to a certain place. It's not a good thing. Get out and vote. And when these guys and gals are getting up making their speeches, question them. And the thing is,
a lot of them don't even want to answer those questions. How many times have you seen that to where they ask, well, it's over? You know, the conversation.
Well, you know what's worse than not answering the questions? It's when you get to watch them fail to stumble onto an idea that may be relevant to the question that was asked, or may just be an explanation of what they did last Sunday.
well, and so many of the people that I talk to, you know what they say? They're in fear of their own government, speaking out.
Well, now they are.
And going, wait a minute, we don't like this. Next thing you know, you got the IRS or somebody knocking on your door. You're being investigated for standing up for what's right.
That's happened to a lot of people.
If you don't understand why something was done, I used to get in trouble all the time with my dad. I would always say, why? We had those little snippers that we could trim with.
Right.
And I said, and I'd go to pick them up, and he goes, just pull the weeds. And I would go, wait a minute, why? We have this. Whack. You know, and I feel like that is what's going on with our government.
Right.
Don't do what I do what I say. And I am just 100% against it. And I can't tell you people,
1 minute.
There's not going to be a better feeling than when you walk out after you push all the buttons voting this year. Don't vote because you don't like. Vote for the results. Right. Be result-oriented.
Yeah, don't personality vote.
Because, you know, there's a lot of coaches. I didn't like all the cussing and yellings and ups and downs and bear crawls and everything else they put us through. But there was a reason. We're going to do it this way. We're going to get it right. And here's what the long-term ramifications are going to be. And we were winners, not just on the field, but we understood
30 seconds
to take the process and to run with it.
As human beings, as young men.
That's right. 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase, the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver, Maddie back in studio, Marabou engineering the show. Quick break. We'll be right back.
Love this song.
One of my favorites. Do you remember?
Mr. Chase, do you believe in is there mainstream jazz? Like, since people in my day still listen to this, do you consider it tainted in any way?
I've listened to some of it, and it's okay.
Okay, I can take that.
It's
You're
okay.
pretty picky, so
it's okay.
There's two different type of jazzes.
Like Emerald City?
Yeah.
They do a lot of modern jazz, and they put a nice little twist on it. I enjoy some of the Emerald City.
Okay. A lot of that, there's two types. There's what they call fusion jazz, which is a little more modern, more upbeat, more funky. And then you have the classic jazz, which is like with the upright bass, maybe with a little classic piano. You know what I'm talking about? Like you like to listen to
Tijuana Brass.
Yeah, well,
kind of like
Yeah,
that.
Tijuana Brass was when the jazz started coming. But then you have the Southern jazz, New Orleans, which I don't really care for at all.
It's
big band jazz, which is
a lot of horns and everything. But what I call the classic jazz is like the little 3-piece or 4-piece little laid back sounds, you know, with the drummer on his little what they call brushes.
What was the guy's name with the beard back in the day? And it was him, and I'm trying to think what his band was. His music was not.
Joe Cocker?
Wow. Yeah, Joe Cocker was a real jazz guy.
Well, I thought maybe we could throw that out there. See.
Yeah, but
you talking about jazz?
Yeah, some of the I can see him just plain as day. I cannot think of his name. I'll have this epiphany during the show.
Well, what was the sax player that had a lot of popular hits? I can't think of all of his
Man,
name.
you guys are bad on names today.
I know.
Both drawing blanks. Both of y'all are biting at the sand.
He had long hair, kind of curly. He played the,
Yeah, I can see him.
You like the funky, sound?
that was a fusion jazz, and can't call his name right now, but he had a lot of hits, and he played a lot of soprano sax. It looked like a clarinet.
Herb Albert.
Herb Albert.
And the Tijuana Brass.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there he is right there with his trumpet.
Right, but this
and
is
I got to tell you what, now that stuff was, it was really enjoyable. Some of the jazz now, as we went to New Orleans, I didn't find
Kenny
it.
G.
Oh, yeah.
Now that's what I call a fusion jazz.
I think it's
upbeat.
classical jazz.
No, it's kind of fusion because it's upbeat, a lot of driving, a lot of bass, a lot of drums.
I love the bass and
that's what I call kind of a fusion stuff.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy going.
Larry Carlton, that's fusion jazz.
I didn't enjoy any of the music in New Orleans.
1 minute.
Yeah, it's real different.
I didn't. I mean, the atmosphere it created that
Of
really,
course.
you're in New Orleans,
It's
kind of
real
the
bubbly and
Not
real-
saying anything. I mean, it just wasn't my gig.
Do you like the older New Orleans stuff? Like the older?
I don't like anything about New Orleans.
Wow.
It
That's
stinks.
rough.
It's nasty.
Man, the jazz in the 70s in New Orleans, though, is like some of the best music probably ever.
You know what I love about New Orleans? The food.
The food is good.
The food is as good as anywhere I've ever eaten.
30 seconds.
The different, the variety of all the different flavors that really come out.
Well, they catch the stuff right there in their backyard.
Yeah.
I've had the best red snapper and the best oysters in my life in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But to hang out, when I was on Bourbon Street for the first time a few years ago, how disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. I agree.
I mean, I didn't know a place could be that nasty. And I was talking to one of the firemen. I said, what goes on here? He goes, well, actually, in the morning, we come through here. We got to hose the place down and pick up all the drunks and make sure they're alive. And I'm like, every day? He goes, every day. And I'm like, wow,
And
pretty
hose,
impressive.
and hose the people down. While
Hose them down.
Just wash the streets.
I would go there for the food and then get out.
Yeah.
You can turn it back up. What'd you turn it down so quick for? Oh, yeah.
You know who that is, Graham?
No, I don't actually.
If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. Darling, my duties.
Oh, is that?
Oh,
That's
What is that song called?
Show Me the Love or something like that. And
I don't know that one.
what a great
Really good,
song.
though. Really good.
214-787-1190. This segment of the show is brought to you by Burleson Nissan. Our buddy Justin Crane down there at 35. And Bo's not paying attention. Rut Row. You're looking for that great car under 20,000 or at 20,000, maybe a little bit more than 20,000. Check out the new 2024 Sentra. From the Sentra to the Armada to the Frontier, Altima, certified pre-owned. He's got some certified pre-owned that are unbelievable in pricing. He had one there the other day. I don't know if it's still there. $23,995, 5,000 miles, certified pre-owned Altima. Only 5,000 miles, under $24,000. And plus, you know what? Justin's just cool. He's just a cool guy to hang out with. Him and his staff and the way he does business is laid back as it gets. 35 in Renfro Road. Look at all their specials online at burlesonnissan.com. That's burlesonnissan.com. And if you say Bo, when you get there, he's going to give you 3 free years of maintenance.
How about them apples?
You got to like it. The place, burlesonnissan.com.
So I got to bring up something here because Carol Coomer said, so we should start checking where our vehicles were made before we buy. Most of the time we don't even notice until we get home and see the manual, made in. Well, that is not really what you're talking about because it's not really where it's made, if I can say. It's parts that are coming in that are being from China. And that's not going to say the car was made in China, but there's parts from everywhere. Is that right?
Well, no, my point is that the cars that are going to be brought into the marketplace are going to be, China wants to flood the United States
You're talking about
with
they're
their
actually going to be made in China and they're going to be China cars, like Korea cars?
Anything mandated by the government in China probably should be worried about.
And so they want to bring in, because the electric market is dropped so much I mean, it's dropping daily. Is that, well, hang on a second. What if we come in with a
cost,
cheaper
right,
electric car that gets better time on the road per charge for so much less money? They'd have to buy the car.
So when are they thinking about doing that?
This next year, they want to start shipping them. Everything that I'm seeing.
So when as you go like Hyundai's, as a Korean manufacturer, then that brand will say it's a China manufacturer.
It'll say right on when you open up the door.
I didn't know that.
And so,
you're first in line to buy one.
Yeah. If you think about it, when they dropped the $7,500 incentive because they wanted 75% or better of that product coming from Canada, Mexico, the United States, and that's all the EMs. EMs are all the different metals that it takes to the battery, whether it's palladium, caladium, lithium, all of these different things, the EMs, they wanted the majority not to come from China to get the $7,500 money. And that's because China was just dominating that. When you look at it, it's funny. They had all these people from the EPA and everybody sitting there, all these people from Congress begging for more money for their departments that they're just wasting on the American people's tax dollar. They said, where's the majority of electric vehicles come from? They didn't know. Batteries, didn't know.
Right.
Where's all the caladium, palladium, lithium, all this coming? Well, they didn't know that either, but they want money. They just want money. And to waste. None of it's going to good. I don't believe any of it's going to good. It's just to continue to build up their department and pay everybody to sit around and do nothing because we look at where the economy is right now. Well, China's like, wait a minute here. We can work our way right into the United States with cheap electric vehicles that are getting really better distance than anything this size.
Why are we going to allow that?
We got the wrong president.
Well, we better get it done before they start.
We got the wrong Congress.
Yeah, we got the wrong people.
government.
Yes.
It needs to be fixed. And we, the American people, and let me just tell you this, we need to do this the right way. And it's not by all the craziness, breaking. It was amazing. Trump was found guilty, and there was no rioting in the streets, nobody smashing windows, burning cars, turning cars over, assaulting the police. Why? Because we know what needs to be done. That was written on the wall in black and white. What happens when people want to fix what's broken?
Correct.
100%.
Right.
And so the American people need to stand up. You know what? This is broken. Y'all have wasted all the Social Security money. You're destroying the tax system. You're wasting it by, when you just look at pork spending, just Google pork spending, fiscal year 2023, it will make you sick to your stomach what they're doing with our money. And we're allowing them at $185,000 a year salary. And then when they're done, they get what? Retirement at $185,000 a year for doing nothing while they're doing nothing right now. Come on, folks. It's time to stand up and go, enough's enough, in a good way. And it's by going and voting. It's not about rioting. It's not about anybody getting hurt. It's not about choosing religious sides and sectors. It's not. It's about your God-given right to vote. You register to vote
the government.
And take care of it.
It's about the way it's being run and the things that are happening. Period.
So anyway, there's not a lot to check on the cars anymore because you're going to have X amount of parts
from everywhere
all over the world. It's just where the majority is being built. And then what parts are they putting on your car? Where are the black boxes coming from? Who's building them? And where is that information being stored and taken from? And if you don't think it is, you're highly mistaken. 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show. We want to help you with all your automotive needs. So if you're buying, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop, you want to sell your car, you want to know the value of your car, go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, and let me step in and help. It's really that simple. 90% of the process that you're going through, we can take care of before you even get to the dealership. Because the most important thing when you get to the dealership is to do what? Spend time driving the car. So many people are, I get that you're price conscious. I get that you're payment conscious. But that isn't the one-all, end-all, because there's a lot of cars that will probably fall into your budget, and sometimes you have to get out of that stencil that I only drive these, I only own these, as the prices are going up, because there's so many great cars out there on the marketplace right now to drive.
Well, sometimes people, their car breaks down or something, and they get in a pinch, and they just, okay, in their mind, they're going to do this, and that's what they do. I kind of understand that to some degree, but if you have any indication of time that you're going to think about maybe trading your vehicle, then get out and search the type of vehicles that are out there that fits what you're wanting to get. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a sedan or if it's an SUV or a truck or whatever, get in mind about what you're thinking you're wanting and then go drive those vehicles.
You know what something is, if you think about it, the big push back up 10 years ago, there was one big promotion that was in the United States, and what was it?
The interest rate?
No. Buy American.
Oh, okay, yes.
But when it comes to cars, there's still this mindset
that everything in America is not good.
The imports are so much better than domestic.
Right.
And I would just tell you that if you look at it, most Toyotas, where they're built?
Probably in America.
Tennessee. Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean, the trucks are built in Mexico. So many people think that, the imports are all built overseas and shipped. Well, that's not true.
Right, exactly.
So much of it is built here. And
the parts may be from
when you think about it, when people think pickup trucks, I mean, the number one selling pickup truck in the world is what? Ford. So it's amazing they think that trucks, domestics, there's nothing that can compete with it. But when it comes to cars, it's got to be an import, not realizing how many of the imports are built right here in the United States of America. Remember, they're assembled here. They go all over the world and get all these parts in the United States, out of the United States, seconds. Most of the tires in the United States, and all these suppliers, and they assemble them. But most of that now is being done right here in the greatest country of the world, United States of America. We just need better leadership. 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver. Maddie back in studio. Marabou at the engineering. We'll be right back.
Boom.
Who's this?
Trying to keep from playing it too long so you don't get in trouble.
Gotta watch out for a licensing issue.
You make me win. I'm not sure.
I wanna die.
Who?
Just when Journey.
Oh, okay. Was it a big Journey?
You said we try.
Now, Purple Haze would have known that right off the bat, just for the beat. But that was not my
wow.
Drop mic.
That loud.
He got us pretty good. Sorry. So, anyway,
Harmon, give us a buzz. Let's see what's going on in the real estate market, my brother. I apologize. I had terrible phone issues yesterday and didn't get all my text messages and everything out. I'm glad you're tuned in.
Yeah, and I got him fixed up. He said it's working.
Did you hook him up?
I hooked him up. Ronnie Swain says Toyota trucks are built in San Antonio.
Yep.
There you go.
That's a fact, Jack.
No doubt. Well, got a chance to drive a few trucks over the last few days, and
you drove one of everything.
I didn't drive the Ram. I didn't get to do that, but
you rode my Ram.
Yeah, well, I like Ram. I'm a Ram guy.
Isn't that nice how big that back seat is?
I'm a Ram guy. I'll just say that right up front. But I thought all the trucks were really nice.
Oh, yeah.
But there were differences. There were things that you would go like something over another. And that's why we keep saying that you need to drive these vehicles. Don't just go, Ford's the best seller, that's what I'm going to buy. Well, that may be perfect for you. In fact, what did I tell you? My favorite one that I drove, at least the one I drove, and they may not have been.
Well, you got to drive one, the bad boy 5.0 V8.
Yeah.
Where a lot of them were the eco systems. Well, other than the Toyota, which is, they don't have that. Yeah.
Right. But, I mean, I like the whole thing about that Ford. I like the fact that it was the way I could see over the hood better than some of the other ones.
I just want to see them take that door. When you look at the door goes straight and it's got that dip.
Yeah.
I want a solid straight door.
I got you.
I'm a visual guy.
I know you are.
But the ride, the drive, the handling, I'm telling you, I wish somebody listening to the show would buy me a 3/4 ton Platinum.
I know you want one so bad, don't you? And
Put it in my drive.
he doesn't have anything to pull.
Yes.
He doesn't haul anything, but
Okay.
he has to have it.
I love that truck. Color would not matter.
We
10
saw
seconds.
with that big one on the highway, we saw that was jacked up
Oh.
about 10 feet up the
A
sky.
dually had a 10-inch lift.
Oh, that was so funny.
About $130,000, $140,000
We would
piece
like
of
to take
machinery.
this time to say thank you for
Imagine
flying
buying
with us
tires
today
for that.
here on the AutomotiveEdge.com Flight 101. Please extinguish all
$2,000
cigarettes and
just to
cigars.
set it up.
Place your seats in the upright position and fasten your seatbelts. Please do not try to exit through the exit door.
3, 2, 1.
Warning. The information heard here on the Automotive Edge radio show may lead you to find a wealth of knowledge that could possibly save you time and money. If any of this information causes you to be bothered or upset, please sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and seek immediate help. Now, here's your host of the Automotive Edge radio show, Kurt Chase.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If you have an automotive need, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, body shop, especially service right now. So many people are getting their cars prepped up for the summertime. Great thing to do. The number one thing on your car to take care of is what, Boski?
Tires.
Get you some tires. Good tires.
And aired up properly.
That's right. Make sure your radiator is flushed and good and clean. Your coolant, when these, it's 105, 110 degrees out there, you need good, clean coolant in your car. You need your oil clean, your filters clean. And then I had one guy goes, you know what? I have a car, only got 10,000 miles on it, and it just doesn't smell right. I'm like, well, pull your cabin filter. You'll be shocked. Most of them are behind your glove box. So if you drop your glove box and reach in there, you can pull it out. I have a air compressor, and I keep mine clean, and then I put a Febreze type product on there, but it's made for the filter.
Right, I got you.
And K&N supplied me with this spray, and it takes all the musty, nasty smell out of the car. And so I told him, he called me back, and he goes, incredible. I cleaned it. He actually took his air compressor and blew it all out. You can only do it a few times, and the filament starts.
Yeah.
You got to replace it. But anyway, get it ready for the summer because it's coming. And we can help you with that. You want to know the best places to get that car serviced? We'll help you. So it's just a whole lot more than just buying cars. We want to take care of everything for you. This segment of the show is brought to you by Big Wheels Body Shop. Our buddy Will Sakala, he's got it going on. You want to get your car back on the road in the right amount of time, looking like it was when you bought it, as close to the place, Big Wheels Body Shop. 35 in Risinger Road. If you have a 3/4 ton or bigger, that is the place. It's family owned and operated. Let me tell you, I go there regularly and see Will, and he's going through the shop. Where are we on this? Where are we on that? And he'll walk up and go, hey, come here just a second. We need to buff this thing down. This doesn't look right. Hey, this right here, I'm seeing a little bit of a problem here. We need to I'm telling you, he is game on because it's his name. Family owned and operated makes a difference when it comes to your body repairs. The place, Big Wheels Body Shop, 35 in Risinger Road. You can find them online at bigwheelsbodyshop.com. That's bigwheelsbodyshop.com. And let Will know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show. In fact, this beautiful hat, my favorite hat that he's had in his shop that I'm wearing. I was at the store the other day. I was
He's
at
tuned
Lowe's.
in, by the way.
Huh?
He says, good morning, guys. He's
did he?
tuned in.
Well, looky there. What timing?
Don't forget we have Harmon on hold.
Got
Okay.
it. I was at Lowe's, and the guy come up and he goes, is that the Big Wheel Body Shop in Fort Worth? And I said, it is. He goes, well, I used to work for Penske, and they took care of our trucks. He goes, there's not a better place. And,
Yeah.
and I was like, well,
Sweet.
I wish we had the speaker system. Hang on a second. Let me grab the speaker here.
There you
Tell
go.
everybody in Lowe's.
Did he want your hat?
It didn't matter. I'm not giving up I gave my hat up one time. I'm not giving it up again. The place, Big Wheels Body Shop. automotiveedge.com. Let's go to the phone lines. We have our buddy on the phone, Harmon Robinson. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, Mr. Chase and Mr. Carver. How are y'all guys doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Hey, one of the big questions, and Harmon, tell the folks before I start questioning you what you do for a living.
I'm in the real estate business up here in North Texas, and about tons of years of experience doing this. And, of course, you and I work the car business, but right now more in line with the retired community type thing, but that gives me a lot of time to help people that are in trouble.
Well, I got a question. There's no crystal ball out there, but what are you seeing as far as mortgage rates coming up in the next quarter? Because I know that these ARMs are becoming more and more used by the consumers now, buying houses where, they get the lower rate, and then every year, it jumps up, the payment goes up. But I was talking to a couple of brokers and a couple of real estate agents this week, and they say this ARM is really coming on board. But I think the problem is when it hits year 3, some of these houses could get repoed or right back on the market.
Exactly. People are jumping at the low rate real quick and not thinking about long-term effects. And, like I'd mentioned to you before, the appreciation in real estate values far outperform any interest rate changes that go on at any given time. So if you're getting into an ARM that you're looking at the third adjustment or 3-year adjustment, it's going to go up to maybe 9 or 10%. Right now, from what I understand, Kurt, rates underneath 7% and appears to be holding about that point right there.
Yeah, I saw that 691, 692 for preferred credit is doing well, and then actually bringing really good down payment to the table is doing really well. It's a little bit more difficult than it was say 10, 15 years ago to buy a house, but for the people that they start to blink on going, oh my gosh, what do I do with my home? I'm not sure I can keep this up. I'm not sure what's going to happen this next month. How do they get in touch with you to go, Harmon, what are my options? What do I need to do versus your house getting sold on the court steps?
Well, the quickest way, Kurt, to get a hold of me, of course, is by telephone. And my number, 214-674-8388. That's 214-674-8388. My email is hwr1945@yahoo.com. That's hwr1945@yahoo.com. And, of course, I've got a webpage. That's harmonrobinson.com. And you can get any information by calling me. Matter of fact, Kurt, I've been getting a lot of calls this week. I don't know what's up. I really don't know, but I've been getting a lot of calls on people that are running in trouble. And come to find out, looking into it, foreclosures now have been starting to really just increase. We're really getting into a bind. And wow. I'm here to help you. Just give me a call.
Yeah, I sent out a newsletter the other day and told people if you go to theautomotiveedge.com, you can also see Harmon's information there right on the website on the sponsor page. He's a sponsor of the radio show. And just reach out, especially I had a call the other day, and I said, hey, go to the website and reach out to Harmon. I think my mom and dad are going to be in trouble, and I don't have the money to help. Jump on it now, Harmon, and let you take control before the bank comes in, and then your hands are tied. And then it's too late, where they could be sitting on equity or a situation that's not going to destroy their credit and allow them to make a lateral move, maybe to another place or something else in life.
Absolutely. I agree with that totally. It's all about information and all about options. And if you can get into this thing on the early part of your problem issues, you can rectify it. Sometimes you can save the house, save the money, and save the credit. And sometimes if you can't save the house, just go ahead and bail out of it and get your equity and put it in the bank, let it grow a little bit, and then go right back into the market as soon as you can.
And even if you're not in trouble, maybe you just want to make that move. call Harmon. Go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on the on Harmon.
We also posted it. Graham posted it out there for people that are on our social media sites. If you'd like to go to the Automotive Edge Facebook page or YouTube, it's up there now. You can see his data.
Yeah, and go to Harmon and say, you know what? We want to retire. We don't want the house anymore. I'm surprised. I was really blown away when I saw the numbers, Harmon, of how many seniors are moving into apartments because they don't have a mortgage, they don't have the property taxes, they don't have any of that, and they just got that one payment, plus, utilities. In fact, I saw this one guy says, they had a $4,800 mortgage. Now it's $1,500 a month, and they have no worries, no problems.
Yeah.
So for people that are wanting a lifestyle change, regardless of whether, you're in trouble or not or want to get out, make that call to Harmon and say, Harmon, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about this? Help us sell our home. And, having you in your back pocket is just like having that good repertoire of good people, your doctor, your lawyer, your car guy, your attorney, whatever. Have Harmon Robinson in your back pocket, too, because there's a lot of people that are in good situations that don't know what to do, Harmon. It's not just the people in the bad situations.
That's right, Kurt. And, I'm an example of that. I sold my house about a year and a half ago. I decided to go RV full time, and that's what I'm doing. My RV's paid for. All I have is lot rent. I don't have taxes or anything like that. So if I decide that my zip code here isn't working out for me, I just call Tracy, zips onto my RV, and I go to a different zip code.
That's
so,
beautiful.
Now, do you have an RV behind your RV for your hats and shirts and everything, all your dancing attire for your nights out on the weekend?
Yeah, I just put them in my little Ranger. I put it
Pile them back there.
Well, I've known Harmon now for, over 20 years, huh?
Yeah, I think back in 2000, 2001 or 3, we were working for Jim McNatt up here in Denton.
Yep, Harmon was my used car director, and his son was the parts manager. And so I know Harmon, and here's the thing is I know his heart. And here's the deal. Harmon doesn't have to do it. Harmon wants to do it. And that's what separates Harmon from a lot of the people that are just banging on doors looking for the money. Harmon's really there to help because, here again, not everybody is in trouble. And the ones that just want to change their lifestyle, reach out to Harmon Robinson. How'd they get in touch with you again, buddy?
Okay, man, it's 214-674-8388. 214-674-8388. And by the way, Kurt, you picked up a little nickname for yourself as being the horse whisperer and the automotive whisperer. Well, you can call me the real estate whisperer.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, also go to theautomotiveedge.com, and there's all of Harmon's information. Harmon, have a big day, buddy. You're good people doing the right thing, and keep up the great work.
We're having fun, buddy. Have a great one. You and both.
You as well. That's Harmon Robinson. You just, start a pot of coffee, have Harmon come over, sit around the table, and look at your options.
And there's nobody. His conversation is so good. He's just got a great heart, and you just feel that when you're talking to him.
Yeah.
It's you're going to miss out if you don't give him a call and make things happen for yourself.
The real estate whisperer, Harmon Robinson.
I like it.
Online at harmonrobinson.com.
Horse whisperer.
Let's take a quick break. Don't go away. We got a whole lot more for you here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. We'll be right back. I'm not coming to pick up a hat for Bo. I'm not. He does not need the same hat I have.
I'm just going to take yours when you're not looking.
Okay. He's always copying me, Will.
I don't know that I could wear that hat, though. You got it so it's probably already stretched out to.
Wow.
So what did they tell you when you went and bought that cowboy hat that time?
When I bought what?
When you went to see about getting the cowboy hat. Is this when you bring that up
nothing.
again?
Were you going
So
like
can we
straw
help you?
hat? What were you going for?
He was going for a cowboy hat.
Oh, my goodness.
I was going for George Strait Stetson.
And
baby.
they were going like,
I don't play around.
I don't think we can fit you. Sir, we've never seen a head that big.
No, what she said was, wow, you need a big hat. And I went, I want to talk to somebody else, please. She goes, that's what, 8.5 at least.
She's already guessing without even trying anything on.
Keep it up.
Yeah, I'm like a 7.
A lot of brain up here.
I know. I see that.
I'm starting to think you just got a small head, Dad, because, you know,
Yeah.
I can't wear those hats you got on either.
I
I
know.
can't wear none of them.
Graham's got a big head, too. He does.
Yeah, my boys do. Well, Ty does because all that hair.
Yeah, but, yeah.
That might be part of my reason back in the day.
Yeah, I told her, I said, they asked me to do some announcing at a venue, but it was all country. So I say, I got jeans, bushes. You have a cowboy hat. I said, I don't have one. I said, let me go look. I had a lady, she looked right up in my head and goes, wow. Really? Really?
Wow.
Wow to you.
Did you say, hey, is that because I'm so good looking? You didn't have to come back with that?
No, I knew what she was talking about. When your mom tells you it was a problem at birth, you know, kind of.
You already knew he's going to have to live
Yeah.
with it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Did you ever get one?
No.
You did.
No, they wrote a contract. We made the agreement, and then I got a text message, and they changed it. And I went,
Not buying the hat now, huh?
out. We had an agreement. We shook hands. I signed the paperwork. Well, we made an adjustment, and we're good. Find somebody else.
Right. Yeah, we've experienced those kind of things in the music business.
Yeah, I'm out. I mean, it'd been cool to do, but you know,
Right.
the drive and the time, and
Yeah. No, I get it.
yeah, no way.
Yeah, we get it. Clint Moody, he's the best at saying, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
You got to nowadays, especially with talent like that, your talent, his talent, those kind of stuff. That you don't want to be drug into the people that don't have it and paying the kind of money they pay to those people. Let them have it because they suck and your money sucks.
yeah. You know, not that my whole deal is not that I'm above certain things, but when you shake hands, you make a commitment, stick with it.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. He goes, well, we decided, no, I thought you decided the first time.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if he upticked it, then I'd be all right with that. If it's, maybe more money or less time,
Yeah.
more money and less time, okay, well, I might consider that.
Yep.
But not the other way around.
Well, if they change it once and they shake your hand, how do you know you're not going to change it again?
They will.
Yeah, I'm out. They're rubbing pennies to make quarters. No, thank you.
Right. They're getting 6 dimes to make $1.
Cool.
10 seconds.
Cool. That's just scary to me.
It's horrible.
I like the one where they said, who was in the Civil War? And they said United States and Spain. I went, Spain? No, really? The Civil War?
Spain and the United States.
Well, who won? Oh, the Spaniards? Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Good God.
It's scary. And, we're not talking about first graders or second graders. We're talking about
No,
college
those
kids.
were all my age people.
Right.
And then the guy comes on and they said he's proved that the world is flat. I'm like, oh, boy, here we go.
It's flat.
I love flat earthers. I just love talking to them.
Cuckoo Cachoo, Ms. Robinson. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Want to thank everybody that has joined us. And we now, April has joined us. Thanks for joining us here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. This segment of the show goes to Highly Acura. My buddy David Gomez and his staff. Just go drive one of the new Acuras. And if you're my age, maybe a little bit younger, and you remember the Integra, it's back, and it is bad to the bone. In fact, they have an Integra, I think, that'll outrun 90% of the products that are out there.
And with a shifter.
Well, yeah, you got the Shaker edition,
Yeah, the
too,
Shaker.
out there. And the place, Highly Acura Fort Worth, right there at Riverside and 35, or Riverside and 820. Both places will get you there, and just go check it out. And I like the fact that you're buying a vehicle with so much luxury inside that has the coolest feel on the road with the MDX and the RDX. And now you have the new ZDX, which is their new release, just came out. All located at one place. You got Dean back in service. Let me tell you what, that man aims to please to get you in and get you out and back on the road in your Acura. 35 and Riverside, or start online, do your shopping at highlyacura.com. That's highlyacura.com. Make the appointment, tell them to get the car gassed up and ready to go, and go spend time driving. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you don't have an Acura on your list, put it on there now, and then put Highly Acura. It's the place to go. Online all the time at highlyacura.com. Let's jump into a couple of questions here real quick before we flip to the second. I can't believe 2 hours have already gone by.
We're having fun today.
Here we go. What are the best products to use when taking care of your car? This is always a great question.
Are they talking about body, like cleaning that stuff?
Yeah.
Or,
you know what?
or the internal stuff?
Just keeping it up.
Okay.
And for me, a vacuum and water
does wonders.
Newspapers, if you can find them, because they're the best thing to clean your windows with.
Now, do you wet that newspaper?
No.
Okay, so you just start doing it on a dry window?
Hold up. You're telling me if I grab a newspaper, it has to be like an actual like proper
that kind of paper, right?
A real newspaper.
And I rub it on the windshield. No water, no soap.
No, never said that.
Oh.
See, your dad interrupted before I was even done.
Well, see, here goes. I had to interrupt him because he's
and now you're thinking that we're going to take a dry newspaper and clean windows.
Okay,
I mean, really?
I was about to say I had
Go
some
ahead.
logical
I'm sorry I
issues
interrupted.
with the you know.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Anyway, let's go to another part of the car.
We got to go back to that. We got to get them right.
Car soap. I had a guy call me the other day, and he said, you know what? I was at the parts store, but everybody sells it.
Right.
Whether it's Walmart or Target or whoever, they all sell car soap.
AutoZone,
he
whatever.
goes,
Right.
you know how much of that crap I had to put in to get it to suds up? I'm like, buddy, you don't want a lot of suds. Now, some of it will suds up and then go away very quickly.
Right.
But he goes,
It's a cleaner, not a soap.
that's right.
That's the difference.
It emulsifies the dirt and gets it off where you don't have to sit there and scrub and scrub and scrub when you're cleaning your car. And then you know what a chamois is?
Yeah, sham wow, baby.
I'm telling you. If you use a chamois on your car versus a towel, it's amazing.
No. Remember back in the day, tell them age now, but we had these rollers.
Oh, yeah.
And you would take and you chamois your car some, and then you get real wet, so you run it through that roller to rinse it out.
Yeah.
And go after it again, baby.
That's right. And then when you were done, you hosed it down, got all the dirt off of it, hung it up, and waited for the next one to dry. Then you put it in that little cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I have a chamois, and I clean my car, and I don't put a lot of chemicals on the car. I don't.
Like a wax or anything like that, you mean?
I don't. I never wax my cars. On the wheels, I use a tire cleaner to get all the stuff off, and
Right.
it foams up, and I spray it off immediately.
Works
and then when
great.
I'm doing the rubber on the tires, I use a sponge. I don't spray all around it because then that stuff gets on the wheels
Tires.
and it'll build up.
Right on the wheels, right.
I spray it on a sponge, and I do my wheels. I do my tires separate from my wheels. So I clean my wheels with a wheel cleaner, rinse it off real good, make sure I get it off the tires and everything. Take your time. And then I'll take a rag, wipe off the rubber, and then take a sponge and put the cleaner on it. And I'm telling you, it makes it completely different look than if you spray the whole stinking wheel, because here's the thing. Then you're trying to clean off all those little indentures and get all the tire cleaner
No,
on.
Well, they have a gel, too, that I use. It's for the shine of the tire.
Uh-huh.
So you put the gel on, and then you don't even have a spray that gets on the wheel. And that works great, too.
I've never sprayed it right on. And the other thing, too, is I've never sprayed a product on the dash.
What do you use?
A wet rag.
Okay.
That's it. I use a wet rag. I had a guy one time, this was so funny.
So like Armor All, you mean, spraying on the dash like that?
Well,
You can mess up a dash like that.
No, I don't ever say products because product names, because there's a lot of products out there that people like and know what to do. The thing about it is,
I was using that as an example.
Yeah, when you're using a Shine Bright or whatever, the thing about it is when you put it out in the sun, it's going to heat it up. A lot of this stuff. Not to say that Armor All will do that.
Right, I'm saying.
But I had a buddy, it was so funny, in an older car, the dash was cracked and you could see a layer of stuff in the dash.
Wow.
And so they refined the products and made them better. But if your car isn't going to be sitting out in the sun all the time, you're parking in the garage or you have cover, that stuff looks really cool on it. For me, I don't like the residue what it leaves.
Yeah, it does.
I I dust it off first, and then take a wet rag and wipe it down. And then they have all these things now. They have the cool one. You put this, almost looks like an umbrella, right up to the dash. You hit it, and it just opens up a screen and covers your whole windshield.
Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah, and so those are the best things to put on to protect your steering wheel from cracking, the leather from cracking, your dash from cracking. But back to the windows, I have a spray bottle of water. I spray the windows and use only newspaper to clean the windows.
There you go.
And they won't streak. There's no product. Because think about it.
30 seconds.
When you wash your towels, there's still detergent on them.
You're right.
And you'll leave that film on it. And that's why newspapers are the bomb. If you can find newspapers
They're out there.
to clean your windows on your car. Wow, she is wearing me out today. 214-787-1190. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Sergeant Maddie.
That's right. Wait till I get to California with you. He will not be calling back. And all the great guys that are here in Texas, why are you going out to where all the wackadoodle-doos are?
He is from Texas.
What's he doing out there with the
what did he go out there
wackadoodle-doo?
for?
He's in the Marines.
Oh, Maddie, long-distance relationships. Nope.
Okay, I've known him for 3 years.
You know what they do in the military,
Yes,
right?
he was still in the military when I met him. I have no excuse.
No excuse. He's just in love with a Marine.
Yeah, okay.
Can I say love, or is that pushing it?
That's not pushing it, no. It's been 3 years.
Oh, sweet.
Well, God bless him for protecting our country and being in the service.
Amen to that.
But, leave Maddie alone.
Yeah, that's what I told him. The first 3 years, leave me alone.
Did he ask you to join the Marines with him?
No, he was just like, you should come out here. Because he was in Japan for a while. He's like, you should move out here. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm going to finish college.
All right.
Well,
he wanted you to
And now
move
that
to
he's getting
Japan.
out-
So basically what you're saying is you
I
finally
thought I would
folded.
visit him in California. Because that's where he's at right now.
Well, tell him you got Fort Sill, Oklahoma for the Marines. You've got, I forgot where it is in Texas where the Marines are stationed, down in
San Antonio or something.
I always say,
Fort Sill? No, that's Oklahoma.
I can see it plain as day. It's the city where that guy drove that truck through the Furs cafeteria. That's what put that city on the map.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, there's plenty of place for him to get
It's outside
relocated.
of Texas A&M. That town.
What is that place called? Killeen.
Killeen, yes. That's it. It hit a Luby's.
Yeah, we're not.
Luby's Cafeteria.
Maddie's not leaving the state. That ain't
That's a good
happening.
deal.
You're not leaving the state, Maddie, period.
No, I'm staying here.
It's just that plane ride, though.
Wasn't it that guy, too, in Killeen that shot the other people down there?
Yeah.
Clint's had some problems.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, he was off a little bit.
he was off.
Charlie Davis, way to go. Maddie, give him hell. The fans love it. Andy, thanks for joining us. Charlie, you going to make it in next weekend? We're at 42 classmates coming to hang out on Saturday. Love to have you if you can make it, you and your lovely bride.
He's got a hoodie for you if you come.
Jimmy Dale's coming with his wife. George Patrick and Carol are coming. And, a bunch of people. Both the Susans.
And if you come, I'm sure Kurt's going to want some of that seafood that you might be able to pack.
Broken boxes.
Broken boxes.
Broken cases.
Boxes before you get down
Broken
here.
cases.
There you go.
And then Cindy Mitchell, I was blown away by how many people are coming. I think we're at 42 and climbing. We have reservations open until midweek because we got to figure out how to staff up the restaurant and have a time of it.
Well, there you go. What's that? About a 6-hour trip for him from Lubbock?
I don't know. I think a little bit less than that.
Is it?
I think from Lubbock to here is about 5 hours, Charlie. Somewhere in there.
I think it's probably, yeah. I'm thinking some might be a little more than that, but maybe not.
Yeah, you'd get there quicker than I would by How long would it take you to get to my house? 45 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably a 5-hour hike from you to Lubbock.
Yeah, because I'm a little further west.
Yeah, I'm down low. I've got 4 pieces of salmon. The shrimp's gone. Yeah, that's all I got left. 4 pieces of salmon.
Does he bring you lobster?
Mm-mm.
No,
he brought me some salmon, and that shrimp he brought, the shrimp tasted like lobster.
Really?
It was incredible. It looked like what I know is the running of the reds
30
out
seconds.
in Florida. And it's a red shrimp. That stuff, I mean, it was like a minute, and then pull it. And boy, it was butter.
He says it's a 5-hour drive. He says, I'm working on coming down, but not sure if I want to. If I do, I will call you and see what you need and stock you up.
There we go.
Hey, I like fish too. Just throwing that out there.
I'll share.
You haven't never done it yet.
Hello, this is
You never asked when you come over to load it up.
Taxiing out at the runway and
You didn't get any of that salmon.
for takeoff.
Do you eat salmon?
Don't see any turbulence,
I
and
got
we should arrive at our destination
3 big pieces, 4
safely
big
and
pieces
on
about that
time.
big.
Thank you for choosing the
Lobster's
Automotive Edge
$1,000 a
Airways,
case.
and I hope you'll follow us and use our services again in the future.
Are you ready for the show? I said, are you
The thing
ready
is, when
for
you're out
the
there on the
show?
East Coast eating it, it's
Ladies
so
and gentlemen, the show you've all been waiting for.
Half what we
Please
pay
make
here.
welcome Kurt Chase and the Automotive Edge.
214-787-1190. 2 hours down, 2 to go. Want to thank everybody that took time to join us here on Saturday. Be sure to share and like and share.
Yeah, we got several places to do that at. Of course, we're on Talk Radio 1190 AM KFXR, which you're listening to the radio. You know that's it. Or if you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth and you do watch us on social media, you can tune on the radio when you hit the road. But there's several ways, video and audio, you can find us. First of all, it's on Facebook. It's the Automotive Edge Facebook page. We also share it on Shifting Gears on my personal page, Bo Carver, Kurt Chase personal page. Then we also do LinkedIn. We just added that, and that's under Kurt Chase. So you go to LinkedIn. If you have that, search Kurt Chase, and you'll see us there. Also on YouTube.
Yep.
So you go to youtube.com and search the Automotive Edge radio show, and we're there and all these places. Hit subscribe on all those places, and like and share so that get out so people know we're here to try to help them.
Yep.
You got a caller on hold.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Let's go to the Automotive Edge hotline. Who do we have with us today? Hello, caller.
Hello, this is Cliff and Keller.
Cliff, what's up, brother?
How you doing, Kurt? How you doing, Bo?
You too. I'm doing good, buddy.
What's shaking in the great city of Keller today?
Well, it's warm and sunny, but it's dry, so it's nice.
Yeah. We need those dry dances instead of those rain dances, don't we?
That's it.
There you go.
What's happening?
I show cars, so I thought I would share a couple of tips on that I use for detailing.
There you go. Fire away.
Okay. You're exactly right on not using chemicals anywhere on your interior, because when they heat up, I don't know if you said it or not, but they cause the fog. Those chemicals, when they break down, that's what causes a lot of the fog on your windows inside.
Interesting.
But anyway, so my tip is I don't use newspaper. I used to, but you can't find it anymore. So, and also I would get the paper would break down and kind of lint on the windows some. So I use a microfiber towel. But as far as cleaning the interior, I use a steamer. You can get them anywhere. You don't, even your windows. And what it does is it breaks down everything. You don't get it close. But even for your windows with window tints, if you use that steamer, it heats it up. You just wipe it down with the microfiber. It's spotless. The chemicals, the white lettering that you see on your dials and dash and buttons and stuff like that, they'll strip off that paint. But if you use a heat steamer, and like I said, you don't get it close, you just do it enough, it'll break down, especially if you're restoring a vehicle. or refurbishing one that you have all the crud on the knobs and things like that, it'll just break it down and you just wipe it off with a microfiber. So I do my whole interiors with that. I use nothing but steam, no chemicals at all.
Wow.
And I guess the last tip is you were mentioning the rags and washing them. The microfibers that I use, I wash in hot water only.
Yep, that's what I do. I put mine in hot water, no detergent or anything. But you know, another thing that I do, Cliff, is I put a little bit of fresh lemon in the water, and I use that to clean. And then I have one of those big horse-powered wet dry vacs and pull it right back out. And that lemon, the acidity in there will break everything up, and it doesn't leave any residue. So I'll take a bucket of water and then squeeze a lemon, and then I'll use that and wipe that down, and then come back with the suction or the steamer. And it's lemon is a natural cleaner, and that acidity will break down so much junk that's built up in your car.
Right. Well, if you use a steamer, you don't need to do that. It'll break it down, and it's completely just as neutral smelling as you can have. And the last thing on drying a car, I have I guess it was $70 blower, battery powered blower, and I blow dry my cars and then do the final drying with a microfiber.
So it's like a leaf blower?
Yeah, basically a leaf blower. They weigh, you can get them at your discount stores for $70, and they're rechargeable batteries, and you can one-hand it. They're not heavy. But they'll do 125 mile per hour wind, and it gets the water out of the cracks and everything. If you go along the seam of your trunk, your hood, your doors, it blows a lot of that out. So then you just have really light drying with the microfiber left.
There you go. Tips from Cliff.
Anyway.
Tips from Cliff.
Tips from Cliff.
That's a good way to put it.
Thank you, brother. You the man.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Y'all have a great weekend.
You too, buddy.
You bet.
Thanks for calling
There you go. I never thought about using a leaf blower to dry it off.
That's a great idea.
I'm in on that.
I like it too.
And here's one thing. I got a text. What about the engine? Let me help you real quick. If you're going to take and clean your motor.
Yeah, get that hot steam on it.
Well, just kidding. Here's the deal. There's some sprays on there, but the car has to be hot.
Right.
You raise the hood after you've been driving a little bit, and there's some products that you can spray and then rinse off. Here's the problem, though. A lot of people will pull up to the car wash that has 1,000 PSI and put that sprayer right on the motor. I'm going to tell you, you can do a lot of damage with 1,000 PSI putting that on your motor. I would only do it in my driveway. And I have done that on some of my cars where there's a cleaner that I spray on the manifold. All the grease and everything builds up. A lot of these newer cars, you can't do it because it's covered with a plenum that covers the whole engine compartment. You can rinse that off with just a regular hose. But on the older cars, when that builds up, you got to get the vehicle warm. But when you spray, step back. And if you put it on right away and the grease, you see everything coming off, and then you rinse it, you're fine. But for the people that pull up to the car wash and take 1,000 PSI and put that thing down on the motor, you're talking about you can literally break off your spark plug wires. Wow. It's just not a good thing to do. Pressure, if you're going to put a degreaser on there, it doesn't have the thing about it is not only do you need to rinse the motor off, but you need to come back and make sure your quarter panels and everything else that you get that product off, because it can affect your paint job. So the engine has to be hot to do it, and then you rinse everything off, and then make sure that you're rinsing the outside off, that the stuff that was dripping over the quarter panels, your windshield, whatever, that you rinse that product off too. But you can do it in the cold unless, I don't know, you could use a steamer up underneath, but there's a lot of areas that would be a little bit difficult to get to, but there are some good products that your engine gets hot, you spray it on there, and then you've got to use plenty of water to get it off where it doesn't stain the vehicle or create other problems for you. But thank you, Cliff. 214.
Pressure makes diamonds, but not happy engines.
That's right. Thanks for the call there, Cliff. Always inform him he is a car dude.
Yes, he is.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. This segment of the show goes to Grapevine Dodge right there at 121 in William D. Tate. And they have got a huge lot of products. Why? Well, mainly the main showrooms being completely remodeled, so it's all fenced off. They lost about 40 parking places, and so they've got the cars on the lot, in the streets, behind the building, on the building. I mean, and let me tell you, what does that mean? It means that they are smoking deals right now at Grapevine Dodge, 121 and William D. Tate, from the top-selling Ram to they have every make and model of Jeep available. Remember, the Chargers and the Challengers are going away. They've got some great deals on those as well. And I'm going to tell you, for a lot of people that haven't heard about this product, just go test drive it. And that's the Dodge Hornet. And the Hornet hadn't been around for, 30 years. They brought the name brand back, and that is a cool ride. That RT and the Hornet, I enjoyed the heck out of driving it. There's a whole lot more to choose from with great people doing it the right way. The place, Grapevine Dodge, 121 and William D. Tate. Let them know you're listening to the Automotive Ed Radio Show, and enjoy your Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram experience at grapevinedodge.com. Let's see here. There was a question. Here we go. How do I research my cars, or what are the best ways to research a car? Don't go online. Don't get all your information online. Take that vehicle that you are looking at online and go spend time in it. The key is how that vehicle drives and handles for you. I can't express that enough and tell you enough. There are so many people that you look at ratings and the things that people are saying about vehicles, and guess what? It's just their opinion. 99% of everything that you read is an opinion. And how do I know? Well, if you take an article, right now there's a new article out on the electric Chevy Silverado. And I was reading this article, and then I went through there with a marker, and I marked out every verb, adverb, every descriptive word, every emotional word, and there was nothing left other than the torque, the battery life, and the specifications.
The facts.
That was it. Wow. The rest of it was all emotion. It was all their feelings,
and
all
their
you know what? Everybody's different. Everybody's built different. Everybody feels different, looks different when they're driving, meaning over your shoulder, your blind spots and everything. The key, drive the vehicle. That's the key. 214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
What's that?
Is there any way you could charge this, or you need that charger? Have a little bit of battery. No time.
We've missed you. I know. Thank you for being a part of the show again today, Ron Weiss. We know when you're not here. We keep records.
I love that they're just casually pulling up a truck into this.
Casually.
Yeah, I mean, there's a truck like not but
look at that sucker.
A quarter inch to. Oh man, he's got it. He's got it.
TRD 4x4.
Someone needs to throw me in these in these driving situations.
I think you could look good in that Carver. Don't you think? You
yeah.
think you can handle that?
Yeah, he's expert. He's got it handled. Hey,
Maddie, would you? You'd look good in a big old TRD truck. Would you drive a truck?
What do you drive, Maddie?
I drive a Mazda CX-5.
That's exactly, man. I should have put a guess. I should have put money
2018.
down. I should have put money down.
And is that a sedan or is that a small SUV? What is that?
That's a sedan. It's kind of like a mom car. I used to drive a Golf GTI, but my dad said that I needed a bigger car.
Oh, I gotcha. You had a GTI?
I want a new car, though.
A Volkswagen GTI?
Yeah, a Volkswagen GTI.
What's the dream car, Maddie?
Okay, so I had a...
Oh, never mind. He's got to go on it.
I had a Volkswagen convertible GTI at one time. It was actually called a Cabriolet, but it was kind of modeled after the GTI, or the GTI was modeled after that. I love that
I like
car.
the Golf. It's a fast little car.
Yeah.
It was my first and favorite car.
Well, there you go.
What's the dream car?
What's your dream car?
I really want a 1979 Mustang.
Oh, see if you get me in a '69 Camaro. Oh my gosh, a 70.
Those are really pretty as well.
Yeah,
I
the
do like
71s.
the 69 and 79s of both models. I also want maybe an Aston Martin. I think an Aston Martin would also be a close runner-up.
Like the car, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Not the SUV that we saw. That was Aston Martin, right?
Yes, 300 and something.
Yeah, like a little sports
$1,000.
car, not the Aston Martin SUV.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, that SUV was like $300,000. It's crazy.
I'm trying to move up in the world from my old beat up Mercedes to maybe something like a Porsche.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be in there.
He's lucky to have that Mercedes running.
That's true.
It is not like a move up.
Did Kurt go on a vacation? Oh, there he is. He's right there.
He doesn't have to move up very far to be in good shape. But it runs. That's the good part about it.
That's all that matters.
We got here with it. So it's all good.
Oh, now we're taking a look at what's under the hood here.
This TRD 4x4 is just a bomb, man. It's unbelievable. Look at that sucker. That is one fine.
As long as it's not a Tacoma. No offense, I know we're at a Toyota store. But hey, I got a personal issue. That's a personal Graham Carver problem. Toyotas.
I thought it was the Dodge Dakota.
No, it's the Tacoma. If I see you in a Tacoma and you're under the age of 30, please have a conversation with me. I have some questions that I need answered.
You don't like the name. That's what you don't.
It's not the name, it's the look. It's just
they've changed though.
It's too small for me.
Well, that Tundra isn't.
Well, no, the Tundra is a great truck. I love driving that other Tundra too. I just don't like their angled frame. Not the frame, but
like
the liner.
The hood.
I can never tell where I'm driving. But that's a me problem. That's a skill issue on my part. The Tacoma thing is more of a personality. Mr. Chase gonna miss his radio entry.
Yeah, he's worried about
Should
that.
I play disco or country?
Whatever.
What country do you have cooked?
It's like older country.
I love older country.
Go ahead. I mean, it's just us, so Mr. Chase isn't going to get to hear whatever you put on. See if his sixth sense will kick in. Don't tell him nothing. See if his sixth sense will kick in. Just start talking. Hey, I'm Kurt Chase. I'm here to...
I was sitting there selling turnips on a flatbed truck, crunching
Beautiful.
pork rind when she pulled up. She had to be thinking this is where rednecks come from. She had Hollywood red.
And we're back.
Would you consider that pandery music? Is that pandering yet?
Like, what does pandering mean?
Pandering, like what most people have problems with in new country is that they're pandering all the time. Like they
stealing stuff.
No, pandering as in like you're appealing to a certain audience by using very specific language that may or may not like
I'm in the pickup truck driving down the old dirt road with my girl in her boots and
now she knows what redneck is,
having a couple beers.
Yeah, does that kind of fall into pandery? That song? You know, back of
Maddie, what do you think? Is that a pandering song?
Flatbed, tulips, or whatever he was talking about.
We are back. You can't speak up, Maddie. We are on the Automotive Edge radio show, and we are here every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to noon.
Oh, Boss Man's
here on
about
the
to
Talk
drop.
Radio 1190 KFXR.
Tuning in
with the host Kurt Chase and myself, Big Wheels Bo Carver, Maddie back in studio, and Graham Knox Mirabo Carver running the running this data stuff here, the guru of technology. And you want that, don't you?
I don't like the wheels on it.
I love the wheels on it.
Yes, that ain't me. I don't like black wheels.
Looks good with that silver truck, though.
Yeah, it looked better with chrome.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I argue that the black looks really clean.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it just dulls the paint job for me. I'm a chrome guy. I would take the same chrome that's around the trim and the side, or the nickel, the brush,
right,
and have that on us for the wheels to make that paint job pop. I think that wheels dull the paint job because of the black trim on the mirrors. I'd have to go chrome below. You got the black on the fender wells. We're looking at the new 2024 limited TRD Tundra.
It's a pretty truck.
And in this off green, which is the color I like because it's different.
You call that a green?
Uh-huh.
Do you see green in that? Green?
I'm kind of colorblind, so I don't see nothing but gray right there.
That's what I see, silverish. Silver.
Yep.
Is it off green?
Yep. And so they used to call it desert green for Desert Storm and everything. But now they've renamed it like 3 different times. But my buddy has one in that color in the truck, and his wife has the same color in the Sequoia. Absolutely gorgeous.
It's a beautiful truck.
Yep. So if I can't get a platinum 3/4 ton of somebody to come by this TRD for me on the showroom floor, I would be.
He would love
that'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah.
And he'll give you a handshake, hug, and a prayer.
That's right. I'll give you that for a long time.
That's one sweet, right?
214-787-1190. The beautiful Melinda Chase watching.
Yes.
My bride of 28 years. Been together 31.
Special place in heaven for her, I know that.
I know. God's still laughing. He's like, Melinda, you had all these opportunities and look what you settled for. You know? But everybody needs a little extra love.
Well, she loves you.
She does.
We're just trying to figure out why.
I know. I do. I quit asking that. Yeah, because the first time you go why and they tell you, you don't want a different answer. You don't want it to change.
A couple of years later, you want something different, right?
That's all right. And good morning, Sheila. I was just thinking about you the other day. I was on the phone with Sean and then 3 other people from our past I got to talk to, Raglan, and amazing how many old dance friends are still there, still communicating with and talking with. So good morning. Thanks for joining us. 214-787-1190. This segment of the show goes to Grapevine Ford, home of the love it or leave it promise. You don't love that vehicle when you get it home, bring it back. Our buddy Cameron Martin will take it back and put you in the one that you do love. It's just that simple. That doesn't mean drive it for a couple of months and go, hey, I want the love it or leave it promise. That means, you buy it on a Saturday, you get home, you spend a weekend and go, I wish I would have bought this, that, or that. Bring it back and he'll put you in this, that, or that. It's just that simple. And Mr. Boaz Andrew, what a piece of work he is. I love that guy. He is one of the most knowledgeable Ford people around. One of the managers there. He helped me tremendously this week to get all our trucks ready for our truck show. Good people. And actually, I got to hang out with Chaz Gilmore for a little while, the managing partner of the dealership. And when you know their hearts, it sure makes buying a whole lot easier. The place, Grapevine Ford, home of the love it or leave it promise. Go to grapevineford.com. They have a ton of specials going on right now at Grapevine Ford. grapevineford.com.
Oh,
Alicia Williams, tell her I said hello. I was always wondering what happened to her sister Polly.
Well, we're getting real sloppy here on this show.
What do you mean?
It says, for the record, Kurt is the man of my dreams.
Yes, what I'm talking about, Boasty.
I sure am glad I wore shorts today because it's really getting high.
That you hate facts, don't you? You hate facts.
It's getting high in here.
Yeah, you like opinions, not facts. That's right. Well, plus the other night, our kitchen was totally remodeled. Right. It flooded.
Beautiful, by the way.
And they had to scrape it and rebuild it. We had no idea about all the flooding going on. But, he always treats me like the queen. That's right. Well, I made her escargot.
Oh, wow.
Chicken parmesan. Lobster mac and cheese, and a salad with a golden pear vinaigrette.
When's the last time you made your wife a sandwich, Father?
See.
Well,
see.
I need some escargot in the household. I haven't even had. Is it snail something?
How do you do that?
What do you mean? You get the shell and you fill it with some garlic butter. You got to cook the garlic down, and then you stuff the snail in it, and then on top you spritz it with a little more garlic butter so it doesn't dry out. And you don't have to bake it that long because that shell will heat up real quick.
Right.
And then you just pull it right out of the shell, and I have some special forks that get it out, and down the pipe it goes. Butter.
So you've never had escargot either, Father?
No.
Yeah,
But
me neither.
Snails.
we had our neighbors over, and man, Felix, the mayor would knock it down.
Was he?
Yeah, Cecilia not so much, but Melinda and Felix and I, we ate
Is
them
it
all.
similar to oysters?
No, completely different.
Okay.
It's just
It sounds the same.
it tastes like a little piece of meat
Oh,
with
okay.
a nice little garlic
consistency's
butter flavor.
There, right?
Yeah,
Kinda
it's
similar.
it's good.
Snails. We'll get some in my backyard and see how they taste.
That's why they call it escargot.
Here's something I want to bring up real quick. There were some people really, really upset with me on the bids of their cars that were made 2 and 3 years ago, and they were booking them out. One thing that you have to remember, a lot of people aren't paying attention to this. It's some of the vehicles that were made in COVID didn't have all the standard options.
Because of
Remember
the
that.
chips, right?
Right. So the automatic lane change, the lane assist, the laser guided cruise control, some of the infotainment system. There was stuff that was not on that vehicle due to COVID. And, you know, the manufacturers on some of the stuff said, hey, they'll come back and put this on it or that on it, and never did.
Right.
And so when I booked one out, there was 6 different options on the car that were not part of it.
How did you know that?
What do you mean?
Was that part in the VIN number that shows that they were not there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so there was a way to identify when it came back when you're doing the search to say, okay, well, it packaged 302A. It had all of these things on there, but because of the chip shortage, maybe half of them or a third of them weren't on there.
Ah.
Well, that's depreciated. It doesn't bring the full value as if it had it on there. And so the guy goes, well, you're about $2,000 off. And I said, well, hang on. When did you buy the car? He told me, and I said, well, do you have your window sticker? He says, yeah. Now, I said, now look on the window sticker where the things that weren't available on that package due to COVID and microchip shortage. Start and stop was some of the things. There was, when you look across the board, all the way from Land Rover to Kia to Ford to Jaguar, there was X amount of standard options on standard packages that weren't there because there weren't enough microchips to make sure all the options that were standard were standard. And so by looking at the certain year and the certain model, we're able to go, wait a minute, it didn't have this, this, and this. And that was about $600. That has to come off the value of the car because people are buying it
Right.
assuming it had
Sure,
it, but it doesn't. And
Well,
so
how are they going to know? Well, until they get in and it doesn't stop and
Yeah.
start.
yeah,
I got you.
yeah. Or it doesn't have the lane assist.
I got you.
Or the laser guided cruise control or whatever the things were that were missing due to the chip shortage. And there was a lot of cars that were
30
missing certain
seconds.
options because of chip shortage. And they're not that much. We're not talking about a lot of money, but you still have to deduct for that. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one, Big Wheels Bo Carver, Marabou, and Maddie back in studio. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Right back.
And joining us, one of my favorite people, Kathy Anderson. Good morning. Love you and miss you and hope everything is going well. And we need to get together and laugh a little bit just as soon as we can. Check up on you, make sure you're okay. Remember, I am your bodyguard.
Oh, I'm good.
Anything that Kathy needs, Kathy gets. Kurt's there.
Sheila Metzger says, hey, I'm having breakfast with Elisa Williams from your high school days. Did you see that?
Well, Elisa went to Irving High School. She was an Irving High Tiger.
But it's kind of the same time frame.
Oh, yeah, I know Elise Williams. She had a sister, Polly Williams. They lived over on Grove Road. Grew up with them. And she married a guy named Rocky from Irving High.
Balboa?
No, I'm sorry. Elisa went to Nimitz, but her husband went to Irving High.
Rocky Balboa?
I'm not sure about the last name. No, his actual name is Rocky Bailey.
Oh, close.
Yep. So it was a B. But, yeah, real nice lady. Real nice lady. So, and Kathy Anderson, her late husband, Mike, who I just love to death, he's the one that I was running their dealership for him.
Oh.
He's the one that introduced me. That's where I got your Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Really? Oh, that's great
She
stuff.
we took her to dinner, and she goes, "Kurt, come here," and she had 2 cases of Not Your Father's root beer. And there was one time I went all the way to Oklahoma to get that for Mike. We couldn't find it anywhere here. And then a buddy of mine called me and said, "Hey, in Wynnewood, there's this place. They always have it." So I drove to Wynnewood, Oklahoma, and picked up a case of Not Your Father's root beer for Mike.
I've been wanting to get some more of that. There's some places I think around here.
I got more at the house.
You do?
Yeah.
Or you?
I got a case of it.
Well, I want some more.
All right.
Well, next time I buy there, maybe Wednesday, I'll grab some.
I love it. You know it. I want some more
it's
of it.
amazing how you know. But now the one thing about it is I can really only drink one because I get into the second one, it starts feeling too sweet.
Yeah.
That first one is awesome, though. Really nice and cold. You know, build a bean, bada bang, great. But if I do another one, it just starts feeling too sweet.
I'd go to Mike and Kathy's house, and Mike always had good bourbon. I'd have a bourbon, and then he got me onto that Not Your Father's root beer, and he had it ice cold, buddy.
That's the way to do it, right
and
there.
You get to drinking them; they go down real easy,
Smooth. It tastes like a root beer.
Yep.
And it's really good, but like I said, but I think it's that way even with a regular root beer.
Mm-hmm.
If you just drink a regular root beer and get another one, it's just gets too sweet.
Yeah, Kathy, did you see the article of Colton that got published in the magazine? And if it wasn't for Mike and Kathy, Colton wouldn't be what he's doing what he's doing.
Well, you know,
and he now works for the company that Mike started.
Well, there you go.
Yep, Mike took a liking to Colton, and Colton was in investments, and he spent some time with Mike. And Mike called me up, and what a gentleman, said, "Hey, do you mind if I talk to your son about his career?" I'm like, "No problem." And Colton is where he's at because of Mike and Kathy Anderson. We
You never know where God takes you, right?
Love them, love them, love them. Yep.
When you think you're going to be doing something, and then down the road you're doing something totally opposite, enjoying it, and being profitable at it, and successful at it.
Yep.
That's kind of where you're supposed to be.
Yep. You surround yourself with the right people, good things happen.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, sorry about that, Carver.
Just real quick question. When did they move from the column shifter on the Tundras? Didn't the Tundra have the
shifter?
Yeah, like
what they have
Yeah,
now.
15 years ago.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, well, see, when the first Tundra came out, you could only get it in a regular cab. Then they made an access cab, which was only access from one side for the back seat.
Yes,
and then 6 years later, they went to the crew cab 4-door design.
10 seconds.
So when they get rid, so they haven't had a column shifter like the side
in 14 years.
It's good. That tells you how long he's been sitting on the Tundra. Yeah,
We would like to take this time to say thank you for flying with us today here on the AutomotiveEdge.com Flight 101. Please extinguish all cigarettes and cigars. Place your seats in the upright position and fasten your seatbelts. Please do not try to exit through the exit door.
3, 2, 1.
Warning. The information heard here on the Automotive Edge radio show may lead you to find a wealth of knowledge that could possibly save you time and money. If any of this information causes you to be bothered or upset, please sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and seek immediate help. Now, here's your host of the Automotive Edge radio show, Kurt Chase.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, body shop. We are here to help. And there's numerous ways to find us and join in, Boski.
Yes. First of all, you're listening to us on the radio, and we're here every Saturday morning from 8 to noon here on Talk Radio 1190 on your AM dial, KFXR. But we have a lot of media outlets that you can join us audio-wise and video-wise. The first one is on Facebook, which is the Automotive Edge Facebook page. And then we have the sister Facebook page, which is Shifting Gears. We broadcast from there. Then on my personal page, Bo Carver, you can send me requests, and if I think that you're legit, I'll accept it. Kurt Chase on his Facebook page. Then we're on YouTube now, so you can go to youtube.com, search the Automotive Edge Radio Show, bada bing, bada bang, they were there, and please subscribe. Even if you don't maybe watch us on Facebook or one of the other places, go ahead and subscribe. It helps boost the show, and we'd appreciate that. And then we've just added LinkedIn, which is a great place to find us there too if you do LinkedIn, and it's under Kurt Chase. So check us out there and find us in all those locations each and every Saturday morning.
214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. Let's bring him on, the man, the myth, the legend, the owner of your CBD store in Keller, Ralph Powell. How are you, buddy?
Oh.
Ralph, you there?
Hello.
I think he dropped his phone.
Yes, sir. How you gentlemen doing?
How you doing?
They doing?
Good. I got the chief here with me today.
Oh, Miss Carol.
You have the
Good morning.
you have the big boss with you.
Yes, I miss seeing you. I haven't seen you in a long time.
So what's going on at your
Where y'all
CBD
been?
store today?
Lots of stuff. We've got, July 4th is coming, and so our pets kind
That's
of deal with the
Christy,
same
not
thing.
Carol.
Oh, sorry.
Chrissy,
Well,
the
I
big
mean-
boss.
Let you
Ah.
keep guessing.
I thought Carol was the big boss.
She
She's
is.
Mama boss.
Yep. Well, anyway, just some pet promos were going on. We've just trying to help people understand how to take care of their pets during the thunderstorms, all these spring storms that just keep popping up, and then fireworks that's coming soon with July 4th celebration. They don't really celebrate like we do.
Now, you have a product called Calm, correct?
Yes. They're specifically called Chillin' Out Chews that has L-tryptophan, like what is in turkey. So after that big Thanksgiving meal, you get a little sleepy. That's the calming factor, plus your CBD side. It also has chamomile. It's also NASC certified. So that just means additional testing from a board for vets that really just oversees it in a deeper form. So not only do we triple and lab test, they are additional tests on top of that. So great products, yes.
Well, Father's Day is coming up, and we think that, CBD, and we talk a lot of things about the lotions and the creams and the collagens and the bath bombs. But you got plenty of products that, swing by there and pick up for Dad that he can use.
Yep, so true. We'll definitely be running a special for Father's Day weekend. Got some balloons out there, but usually the topicals are the guy's choice. They love the creams and the sprays. Keep it in their gym bag, working out.
I would just tell you, if you're buying your dad some golf clubs, pick him up some cream and some spray. He plays 18 holes, and, they're getting a little bit older and a little sore. There's nothing better. I'm going to tell you what, Chrissy, after fracturing my vertebrae in my back and then the surgery on my jaw 2 weeks ago, that cream got me off the hydrocodone 3 days later. The cream... after the surgery on my jaw, they had to go in and build the bone and do a graft and all this work on my jaw, and I kept putting the cream on my jaw.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the CBD products, I probably would have been on the pain pills for at least a good 8 to 10 days. And then, my daughter had that horrible car accident. We were putting the cream on her face where she had the fractures, and...
Yeah,
I can go on and on. What that cream has done for me, and the spray and the gel. And then your mom came up with a great recipe. She goes, look, do the spray first, then the cream. And I was shocked how different it made things work.
Yes, so true. That menthol really, it's amazing. It opens up the receptors, and then you layer that on. So that cream has the arnica and MSM. So it's just layered with great products and ingredients that are helping alongside the CBD. So water soluble, great absorption rate. That's just amazing. I'm glad to hear your story.
So you're at the store
I
today?
didn't know about your job. Hannah's at the store. We got the whole team there, ready to answer all questions.
Yeah, start your dialogue, because I saw the other day there was a show about CBD products, and they were just beating up CBD products. So when it's a waste of money, it's a waste of this. But you know what? They did not have your product displayed on when I was looking at and watching very intently on this infomercial. They were actually trying to promote their product, but a lot of the stuff they were talking about, all the different fillers and coconut oils and all these different things they put in it. Your stuff is clean, and you're USDA certified organic. There is a big difference between your SunMed product and some of the stuff out there that's been selling in gas stores and grocery stores and hardware stores. And the big thing is the dialogue that they need to have with you and your employees.
Yeah, there's a conversation that is so valuable. Everybody's unique. So you may hear a friend try something and you're like coming in just for that one thing. Well, that may not be the magic pill for you or the magic secret, I don't know, for your makeup of your body. So yes, the conversation is so important to have. That's why there's multiple intakes of ways to absorb and metabolize. And so we cannot wait to meet you and hear your story and really dive into that a little deeper.
Yeah, Melinda likes the 2-to-1 on the Good Night gummies. I like the 1-to-1-to-1, much, much better. And so it's not one size fits all. It's really about understanding your body, your weight, and the different things that's going on for you guys to go, here, try this. And if it doesn't work, let's go to plan B. Just don't go, it didn't work, I'm out, I'm done, because there are other alternatives.
Right. And that's why we really have like double-blind placebo testing, and we're able to now say that this product does help with sleep and this product does help with weight loss, because we're doing these studies that are giving us data to back up and know how much a person on average needs per day. But still, that's an average. Again, we've got to up and down, play with that a little to find the right, like you said, recipe for each person.
Yeah, it's
and their
not
body
about
makeup. It's
overselling and under-delivering. It's about delivering what's needed. And sometimes it is trial and error. But I want to just let the listeners know, if it doesn't work the first time, it doesn't mean that nothing's going to work. It just may need to be a different recipe or a different product. Like my brother, he was drinking one of the products, and he goes, I really don't care for it. We switched the product, and then he fell in love with it. So we understand that it's not one size fits all, that everybody just does one product, because you have a great selection of different things for people for their health. It's not about the high, it's really about the health with your CBD store in Keller.
Yeah, it's finding the right recipe exactly for each person, and that's the journey we love, and we love getting to hear the stories and the people, and then pairing them up with the right products. So
that's right.
Everyone's different.
Those pet products really works great on me.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Keeps me from barking so
That's
much.
interesting.
Yeah. Well, Bo's always interesting.
Actually, the peanut butter and bacon oil do taste good.
All right, we got to get things wrapped up. Go to yourcbdstorekeller.com. That's yourcbdstorekeller.com. You can also find them on the Automotive Edge website on the sponsor page, and start your dialogue today. It doesn't mean you got to buy it. Just find out. The more research, what do they say? The mind's a terrible thing to waste, so get educated. Chrissy, thanks a bunch. We'll be talking more about you. Have a great day. Your CBD store is a standalone in Keller on Main Street. If you go to the website, yourcbdstorekeller.com, there's the phone number and the address. My family uses it. Our dogs use it, and we ask you to start using it today for a great, different lifestyle. Have a great day, Chrissy. Ralph, the whole gang over at Your CBD Store. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
You're a rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't.
Do what? Yeah, I just need to order you the packets. Who sings this, Maddie? Very good. So far gone. Wonder how much that truck is.
That one, the blue or the greenish one you were talking about?
Yep.
I don't know.
Let's go high or low. Okay, is there a window sticker on it?
I don't see nothing on it. I bet it's 65,000. Well, no, it's the TRD. $72,000. Be a weird price, but
I'm saying 66. Go look in the glove box. There's a window sticker in the glove box. Let's see what it is. There's one somewhere on that truck. I missed it by $62.
well, see that was that a black or dark gray back there? That one's 65. I didn't know whether it was the TRD or just I don't know what that is back there. So I was making my guess based off that one, but I went a little high.
That is a good looking truck.
It is really nice. I can see the chrome wheels on it. I feel like that would look good.
Your son and I were bidding that truck, and I missed it by $62. I'd do good on the prices right.
Well, with your experience, yeah, I'd start to. How do you feel about Tacomas? Speak of experience.
I like them.
Oh my gosh.
The problem with me is I have a long torso, so I can't get in and out of it right. But once I get in it, that TRD Off-Road Pro in the Tacoma, that's a bad boy.
Yeah, they. I don't know what happened to me.
Oh, we done turned you off, Father. We just unplugged your mic, actually.
I'm not even on that.
We just unplugged you straight out of the deal.
You're on.
Sure?
Yeah.
I can't hear myself very much. So.
I can't either.
I can't hear a word you're saying because we had you turned off. Yeah, I can't hear nothing.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Test 1, 2. No, it come through. I popped.
It's not coming through. You're turned off.
We got you unplugged.
Here. Check 1, 2.
Okay, well, don't blow my ears out now.
Gee, buddy, all you had to do was dial it.
Well, I thought I had it dialed up right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Now.
Wait, did you tell him the price?
I'll say,
you didn't tell him the price, did you?
What would you?
No, hold up. What would you guess it is? Because I don't think we told you.
I'm going to say that is $84,000.
You're $20,000 too high.
1 minute.
Really?
66.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good news. So if you want to come see an $84,000 vehicle that's 60-something thousand, you should come down here and check it out.
Was there any difference between that one and the Tundra I saw last Tuesday?
Oh, we drove, you mean?
Yeah.
That's like that's back there, like what we drove.
Well, there is a TRD that went over there, but it had a different wheel on it. It didn't have those wheels and tires on it.
Is that the one? I think that might have been the one was I the only one?
Yeah, that is a Toyota wheel on there.
Is this jacked up?
That's standard size.
Oh, it is?
TRD. Yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't believe how many people stop and look.
15
That
seconds.
truck won't be here today.
They've been hundreds of people. Been there
I mean,
already.
this place is popping right now too. There's a lot of people in and out of here.
Yeah, it's a bad boy right there.
What'd you guess, Carver?
Oh, I guess 70. I guess 65, 70. So I was in my, I was a little under. Or a little over, sorry. 66, by the way.
Little belly rhythm music. Grab the one you love and turn this one up and bring them in tight and slow down. Take you high and higher to the world you belong. Man, it's one of my favorite songs. And you do that little 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Maddie, do you pull these off a playlist, or how does that work?
Well, Maddie's pulling these now.
You got these downloaded?
These myself, so whatever.
Well, here's the deal. Once we gave Maddie the green light,
But I also have them on my Spotify, so I just look at my Spotify.
Maddie 86, so much disco. She's like, I'm sick of it. I'm in control. I will decide what we're going to listen to. I mean, she just, and without even asking, she just went total domination on the music.
Well, she throws in
People
variety.
like it, though.
Yeah,
People
they
like
do.
it.
The listeners like it.
Yes.
That's what's important.
Just clarify who really likes
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Well, we like it too, Maddie. So keep up the great work.
She is. I told her. I got a bunch of emails going, hey, we love the variety of music. We like your disco, but, and I went, wow, you had to throw the but in there.
Thanks for stepping
214
up.
787 1190. We're here today live. Freeman Toyota, located on the affordable side of the Metroplex, 183 and 820. And I'm telling you, if you're looking for a truck that you're not going to see hardly any of them in this color and this style on the road, they just backed it up on this showroom floor. The 2024 TRD Tundra, and it's a bad Bama Jamma.
4x4.
And looking for a home. In fact, the whole showroom's full of pickup trucks, TRDs and Tundras. You got your Tacoma, and then you look out on the lot, and it is locked and loaded and ready for delivery. Pretty much every make and model and color. Freeman Toyota, 183 and 820. Find them online at freemantoyota.com. So, what's going on with the electric cars? Let me just tell you. Here's what's going on with owners and buyers. The same thing. So people go, why do you hate electric? I don't hate electric. I enjoy driving them. I think they're really cool. It is not my lifestyle.
There's other issues
not
involved
my lifestyle.
too.
It's not. I am always on the go and always on the run, and every time I get an electric vehicle, I'm doing one thing, and that is looking down at the charge. I'm always monitoring the charge, and it's not my lifestyle. If I was just driving around the city, so be it. But to take trips and hook them, not going to do it. You can bring that truck home for me, Kurt. You know what, Ty? I love you so much, buddy. If I had that kind of coin, that bad boy would be in your driveway. No doubt about it.
It's
great
beautiful.
Ty Gentman. But here's the three things that the problem. The cost, the range, the charging. The places are getting scarce. One of the big demands in the auto industry now are people that can repair charging stations. And now all the manufacturers went, wait a minute, let's see, Tesla's doing the best. They have the best charging stations. Let's just get everything Tesla. So a lot of stuff's being converted over. And then the resale value. And so when the market's down and they're reducing the prices, it's dumping the value. And I have some people that have called me going, I went over to your sponsor's place. You wouldn't believe what they told me my vehicle was worth. I said, time out. Was it electric? How'd you know that? Well, people that are that angry, they're usually trying to trade in an electric vehicle right now because the day supply is through the roof.
Well, the new ones are through the roof, and so what do they don't really want them, do they?
We have a car on hold.
No, there's just too many. Let's go to the Automotive Edge hotline. Who do we have with us today?
Kurt.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Lloyd Shaw. I'm calling from Fairview, Texas. I had a question concerning the aftermarket warranties on the cars.
You bet. What do you want to know, Lloyd?
Okay, I have a Lexus, a 2019, and the warranty that came with the car expired recently. It was a 5-year warranty.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a lot of phone calls from these third-party companies that want to give me an extended warranty.
Uh-huh.
And they seem pretty expensive, and they make a lot of promises, but I just don't trust them.
Mm-hmm. Well, good.
So
I wouldn't trust them either.
Best way to go with that.
Yeah, what I would do is if you plan on keeping the Lexus for, let's say, another 3, 4, 5 years, the best way is to take it to the Lexus dealership. Let them inspect it because they will not give you an extended warranty without inspecting it, meaning they want to make sure the car hadn't been wrecked or damaged to where their warranty is covering things that are already a problem on the car. But I would take that car to a Lexus dealership and tell them, hey, you're looking to get an extended service plan on the vehicle, and you'll actually find it cheaper at the dealership once they inspect the car because they want that service. Here's what I'm finding with some of the aftermarket companies without mentioning names, is that they're making a ton of promises and they're going to pay for this and pay for that. If it does not meet the financial structure of the dealership, it's coming out of your pocket. So if a dealer, let's say, is charging you $175 an hour for labor, which is kind of standard in the market, and they're only paying $100 labor, you're going to have to pay the difference. When you have on the average about 200% markup in parts and your warranty company aftermarket is only paying this, that's another expense that's coming out of your pocket. So when they call for payment and they turn in the RO, which is a request order, and they go, okay, Lloyd's bill is $2,700, and they get it and they look through and go, oh, whoa, wait a minute here. We're only going to pay $1,300 of it. You paid for an extended warranty, and then you have $1,400 more coming out of your pocket. And that's a hypothetical, but that's what I have seen over many, many years where the promises are going to be made. We're going to cover everything bumper to bumper, which there is no such thing as bumper to bumper. There's no warranties that cover wearable items unless it's the first year through the manufacturer, period. But my best advice to you would be go to the Lexus dealership, have them inspect your car, tell them what kind of coverage you're looking for, get those prices, and then give me a phone call. And I will tell you what that warranty should cost you. But that's your best route to go.
Thank you. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I do the research on these companies, and it comes back with a lot of bad comments.
Yep.
So for that reason, I don't trust them. Plus, they're not local. They're in some other state somewhere. I just don't trust them.
Yeah, that's why you want to pull up to a Lexus store and say, hey, I'd like to talk to somebody about an extended warranty, and they'll take your car back through service and inspect it, and then you'll get with the finance manager and go, okay, I have these 3 or 4 different plans for you, and then you have accountability with your local Lexus store, and your pricing will be absolutely fantastic, and I'll make sure of it for you.
So this would be covered at any Lexus dealer anywhere. If I'm on a road trip, then I can...
Anywhere in the United States. You bet.
Very good. Nice. Sounds good.
Yeah, if we can help, always go to theautomotiveedge.com and shoot me a message. And so if you go that route, I know most of the Lexus owners in the DFW area and the outskirts, and see where we can get you hooked up and taken care of.
I don't know if you remember me. We met a couple of times at Eldorado Chevrolet. I have that 2000 Ford F-150.
That you bet. And I went out in the parking lot and looked at that truck with you.
That's right. Yes, I still have it. It's only got 43,000 miles on it.
Nice.
But I'd love to get another one, but they don't make them no more.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well,
thanks for calling us, buddy. If we can help you on that warranty, let me know.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You bet. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190.
And guess what?
What?
You didn't charge them a nickel for that help, did you?
Not a dime.
Well, I thought we were going to bill him at least a couple $100.
Yep.
So that's what the whole thing is with the Automotive Edge, the radio show. And if you go to the automotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, he can help you with anything. Leave your name and number. Say, give me a call. I have a question about like what Lloyd had, or body work, or mechanic work, or where to buy a car, how much your trade. It won't cost you one red cent, and it's a free service and puts you in the right place with the right people.
Yep. Well, coming up the next segment, we're going to talk about what's hot and where it is.
Oh, we're late.
And what's going on with PHEV here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR. We'll be right back.
We talked right into that.
No, I think Maddie's napping over there. I think that's
No, we're late on the break. We usually we're about 3 minutes into the break.
We're good.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
I'm napping over here too, don't you worry.
Yeah, we didn't have time for a song.
Maddie, are you going to play music?
No, she's probably playing a break.
Are we on break?
Yeah, we're top out. We went way over.
Yeah, we're on break right now. I was talking to one of my directors. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I didn't hear any music playing. We're good.
I thought we went kind of over, but I thought that's why we didn't mute music. But either way, it's okay. That was a good call.
So you go in the house packed up and gone?
No.
Purple Haze is probably on her way here right now, right?
I rode with in his vehicle, and then she's on her way here to pick me up, and we're headed on to Nacogdoches. He's going back to the house to stay at the house.
Neck of nowhere.
He's going to watch the dogs and animals.
Neck of nowhere. That's so true. You know, that's the first newspaper in Texas, though. Nacogdoches.
I think it's the first town in Texas.
See, now, let me Google. I love this Google.
That's the place that we need to go stay in that tree house.
Yep.
You thought that was...
I was down there at Stephen F. Austin, and it was a unique place. Cool
awesome.
place.
Yeah.
Nacogdoches was founded in 1779, and it is the oldest town in Texas.
See?
So no wonder they had the first newspaper.
You would think they would have that. Right?
It's funny that's how I remember the
The
town.
oldest town in Texas, Nacogdoches. It's a pretty area down there, but we need to go down there.
A lot of
sometime.
mom and paws.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I like about it.
Yes, me too.
I'm not a big fan of it down there. It's like a discount Oklahoma to me.
Discount Oklahoma.
That's what it feels like when you're up there.
I enjoyed it. They had some of the best breakfast places.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. The groceries there were fantastic. But it was all mom and paws. They had a general store, a real general store. I mean, how often do you see a real general store?
Once in a blue moon.
You know, some people put it up general store. You go in there, it's all modern, state-of-the-art stuff. Not, you know, you go in there and you find your old Mike and Ike's and your old Clarkston bars and, you know, all the stuff that was cool.
You know, Cracker Barrel has a lot of that stuff in there.
They do.
I like that. I like going in there to see all that stuff, different drinks from the past, you know, sodas and stuff, and all the different.
You remember Knee High?
Yeah. My mom used to buy that crap all the time.
What's Knee High?
It's soda.
Really? It was sort of like a. It was like
it's
something similar that you can think of.
It's a cheap soda.
And we used to have RC Cola.
Yeah, I know RC Cola.
How about Shasta's?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know Shasta.
You like Shasta?
I don't know Shasta.
Oh, well, it's the same as the.
Yeah, first was Shasta root beer, and then they came out with orange and other flavors. That's Shasta root beer.
30 seconds.
Well, the best was barrel of root beer.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't go wrong with barrel of root beer. Remember they had the St. Bernard with the root beer barrel under his chin?
Good old times, man.
Oh, yeah. So what you did was when you bought your soda, you had to leave a dime and for a deposit on the bottle. And then when you went and got another one, you didn't have to leave a deposit.
Yeah. Or you could bring bottles in and make money.
Or, yeah, I used to go around the edge of the lake by the house and collect like 20, 30 bottles.
Come back with
$2
in your pocket.
$2.50. Man, that was a lot of money.
Another soda or two.
So I always get the brown bags from the grocery store. You double them up, and you get on your bike and you ride around the edge of Big Lake, and then you had to clean the bottles out, run them up to Market.
Speaking, we're
get you a couple bucks, man.
out at the runway and getting ready for takeoff. Don't see any turbulence, and we should arrive at our
You wouldn't that day, because that's how you make your summers a little more fun when you had a little pocket change.
Yes, sir. Gearways, and I hope
you had to pay 10 cents to get into the pool.
Are you ready for the show? I said, are you ready for the show? Ladies and gentlemen, the show you've all been waiting for. Please make welcome Kurt Chase and the Automotive Edge.
214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, body shop. We can help with all that. Just go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, leave me your name and number, and I will call you and make sure your automotive needs are taken care of. No charge. And I'm on all these different neighbor watch groups, and it's amazing how many people are posting stuff about cars. And every one of them say, so you're a broker. I am not a broker. I've been in the car business 36 years, used to manage some of the top dealer groups here in DFW area, and then we converted this into a radio show that wasn't even supposed to be a radio show. My wife convinced me to go do commercials, and it turned into a 20-year-old radio show. And the whole premise was helping people. It was not making money or charging. It was just, what can we do to help the consumer get a fair deal? And we tell you, if you save time, volunteer, you save money, pay it forward. Just the way it works. No gray area about it. 214-787-1190. This segment of the show brought to you by Eldorado Chevrolet, 8-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. Get this, today, this month, while they last, you're not going to find a better deal. A 2024 Chevy Crew Cab, $34,988. Think about that. They were at $46 a couple years ago. Now you can get a crew cab. A crew cab. That's the 4-door. $34,988. No gimmicks, no games. A brand new 2024 Chevy Equinox, $299 a month, no money down, zero down. $299 a month. And I got to tell you, there's a bunch more. They're a volume dealer, but the reason that they're 8-time Chevy Dealer of the Year is the way they take care of you each and every time. And then right next door my buddy Tommy Melton with Eldorado Mazda, one of the fastest growing lineups as they've converted over to, they want to be that luxury brand. They want to put vehicles out that set them aside from everybody else. So from the CX-5, CX-50, now the new CX-90, which is one of the best family vehicles out there to spend the summer in. There's everything going on with Mazda. Go meet Tommy Melton right there at 380 and 75 or Jason Lawing at Eldorado Chevrolet and enjoy the Eldorado experience. Online all the time at EldoradoChevy.com. That's EldoradoChevy.com. So the PHEV, you know what that is?
PHEV?
PHEV.
Okay, so it's an EV.
Okay.
I got that part right.
Got it.
Is the H for hybrid?
Correct.
A hybrid electric?
And what's the P for?
Power?
Partial?
Plug-in.
What?
Plug-in hybrid electric vehicle.
Okay, now I'm confused. Why would you have a hybrid electric?
Well, A, for mileage.
Well, give away you'd have a hybrid.
And B, hybrid, you know how a hybrid system
Sure.
works. Like on the Toyota Prius.
But that's set up for with an ICE vehicle normally.
For both. So you have a regenerative system. So you hit the brakes, guess what?
Charge.
The battery's charging. You let off the accelerator, the battery's charging. And so you have the turbo engine, you have the electric vehicle, and then if you get home and it's just sitting there and the battery's low, you can plug it in and charge it versus driving it with a regenerative system. So you have three different products going on there.
Well, that should have been kind of the way they should have done it from the very beginning.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
So who's doing that?
Oh, there's a bunch out there. There's a bunch of PHEVs out there. Toyota has it. Honda has it. I mean, just go down the list. There's a lot of manufacturers that have it. You're going to see a lot of this start to fade away because I believe in my heart of hearts that the ICE vehicles, internal combustion engines, and hydrocell are going to be the big wave. Right now, they have hydrocell trucks out there. They have hydrocell generators. You just wouldn't believe how much hydrocell is out there that a lot of people aren't even aware of, and it's clean. This electric thing is they way overdid this. Way overdid it.
Earth to do that.
So I'm going to give you my 3 eyes to buy, and they are: the inventory is up, the incentives are up, and the interest rates are down. And so, Melinda just chimed in, all Jeeps offer hybrid. So the hybrid technology, and let's leave off the P and the EV.
Right.
Just the hybrid. Hybrid sales are up 300%, where people are going, hang on a second here, I'm getting the best of both worlds, on average over 50 miles to the gallon, 100% regenerative system. I don't have to plug it in. And the resale on these things are fabulous. In fact, if you look here at the Toyota store, the Grand Highlander hybrid, you can't even, they're order only.
Well, even the Accords you said are flying off the shelves with that.
All Toyota Camrys now, all Toyota Camrys hybrid. So that's the way to go. It was much, much smarter the decision than letting 535 people that know nothing about the auto industry tell us what we should drive.
If you want to set somebody off,
just talk about
Chase on this.
Yeah, that'll get me going. So remember, your inventory is up. There's over 2 million vehicles ready for delivery right now. So what does that mean? They have to do a couple of things. One is the incentives. The incentives coming out of COVID were zero. Then the average incentive in 2022 was about $1,200, which is about where Subaru has always been. Subaru has always had the lowest incentives of any manufacturers out there. That are, when we're not talking about Lamborghini and Bentley and Rolls-Royce. No, I'm talking about your regularly produced vehicles, and how would I say it? Your more mass-produced, semi-mass-produced vehicles. Subaru have the lowest incentive, always have across the board, and they have very, very low margins, as well as Volkswagen. Volkswagen's got very low margins between sticker and invoice, which a lot of them continue to shrink. Honda just announced.
What's the reason for that? It's just because of the
greed
cost
with the manufacturer.
Okay, I got you.
It is. Honda just came out, so we're taking another 5% between invoice and MSRP, and we're going to take this money and move it for the future. Baloney. the UAW wasn't striking, which most of the imports are not involved in. And they think that they need to make more money than the people that are selling the products that they're making, which is, I don't get that. That's way putting the cart in front of the horse.
No doubt.
Because they're the most underpaid across the board people in any industry. And this one happens to be the largest industry in the world. When I had margins, we had an average margin, if you looked at our whole product, about $3,400. And then it went to 3, then to 25, then to 2. There are cars out there that have 300%, that have $300 markup in it.
I know. We've talked about that.
And so if you sell it at sticker, the dealer loses money. They said, well, how? Well, when you put in the prep fee, the dealer fee, getting it ready for sale, putting it on the website and advertising, they're not making any money on it. And that's because the manufacturers totally took their eye off the ball on how to create good stability at the dealer level. Without the dealership selling them, nobody has a job. With that, incentives have gone up across the board. They're almost at $3,000. When you look at your pickup trucks, it's much, much, much higher. On average, discount on the trucks are north of $8,000, which is absolutely fantastic. And then the interest rates. There's a lot of interest rates at 0 for 36, 0.9%, 1.9%, and 2.9% available that have hit the June marketplace. So you want to make sure that you know the difference between the rebate value and the interest rate value. Which one do you take? And if you're not sure on how all that works, it's real simple. Go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Her, and say, I'm thinking about buying a car, and let's hook you up with the right dealer, doing it the right way, and making sure you understand all the incentives and the difference. Do you take the incentives or the APR or the rebates? Which one are better? And we'll help you through all that.
Some of them are often both.
They are. Well, you look at the pickup trucks, man, they're doing whatever they can to get these,
right, which
is the heart and soul of Texas. I mean, we sell more pickup trucks than anybody in the world, and so that's where the money is. You look at, Eldorado Chevrolet. I haven't seen this price in 5 years.
I know, that's pretty crazy.
$34,988 for a 2024 crew cab Chevy Silverado. Unbelievable. And here's the thing: you're driving it off the lot, and you're in an equity situation.
You don't have that very often, do you?
No, no, because once they hit a certain point, then they start scaling back on the incentives. Right now, there's a big market of trucks, so they start giving away all the money. Now, and think about it. The manufacturers can take a $46,000 truck and sell it for $34,000. Why do they not have those kind of spreads or similar to per dollar on other products to create better stability at the dealership level? That's my biggest beef with the manufacturer. They just keep cutting them back too much. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, your questions, my thoughts and answers coming up here on the Automotive Edge radio show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia network. Download the iHeartMedia app. You can follow us anywhere. Don't go away. Quick break. Meet some sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Man, can you believe how fast time is going? It's 11:15
What
right
happens
now,
when you have a good time, and it's freezing in here.
You want me to go grab a jacket for you?
You don't have one, do you?
I do.
Nah, it's all right.
Come on, I'll go grab a jacket. It'll take 2 seconds. My car's right there.
All right.
I got that.
I slam that headset down.
I got him off.
Right, shoot through this headset.
I know it. I know. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, just the one time.
Big dog.
I guess I need to run around the dealership and warm up.
Maybe I can just keep my arms around you.
Yeah, why don't you?
I don't have a problem with that.
People want to hear what you got to say, People are on Facebook there. We were all over social media, and you got your mic off.
I'd take a drink. So I guess we can hire somebody to coddle you during the show.
I would like that.
Keep their arms around you.
Can I pick the person?
No. I will.
I want Melinda.
Nope. I'm going to get that big boy that just walked by.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't you be able to see me on the...
No, you're sitting in his lap. He's cold. He'll just put his arms around you.
I like it.
Like sitting on Santa's lap.
You know what? One of those. I need one of those chairs. Remember the show? Her name was Edith Ann, and what was that? She was on. Was it Saturday Night Live, maybe? And she said,
I never watched Saturday Night Live.
Even back in the day.
Well, back when Belushi and Chevy Chase.
She was on then, and it was a big chair, and she would sit in, and she was Edith Ann, and she acted like a little girl, but they had her sitting in this huge chair, so it looked like she was a little kid, and she was, talk kind of like, it was really kind of funny. Hey, now we're talking, buddy. Hey, this was a present for me in the first place on the cruise. Oh, it feels good already, baby. Yeah, if I can find the other arm.
Well, the sleeve's inside out.
Oh, is that?
Junior didn't take care of you here, Dad. Here, let Kurt help you. There you go.
Thank you, boys.
Hello, Slim Pickens. Check him sleeves for Daddy.
And it matches my outfit. Beautiful. Ah, man, I wish I'd had this most of the show.
When you first said it was cold, I was like, well, I could go grab it, and then you're like, I'll be fine. And
I told you when I walked in the dealership.
But then
if I hadn't ordered my car, I'd have bought that truck, but I don't need 2 trucks.
You might need that truck. That's a good. It looks so nice.
I'll buy you a Ram.
No, it's going to be paid for. It ain't for sale.
I got a question. They're always moving stuff in and out of this room. What's this room for?
Delivery.
Oh, okay.
Because when you close the door, it's air conditioning. They go over all the options, how to set up your phone.
Delivery. All that.
Get you through the understanding of your vehicle before you drive out.
Nobody listens to. They call
everybody tries to get
how do I work this?
I don't. When I picked up that truck, I said, let me have the keys. And he said, I said, no, you don't need to help me with anything. I got it. And he goes, Mr. Chase, just give me the keys.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot
then lo and behold, I get to the store and I don't even know how to open up the back window.
Well, I think a lot of people do that. They're so eager to have their vehicle that they don't really care to go through a whole nother long dissertation. And plus, there's a lot to undertake, so you might get some of it, but still not retain the other stuff.
It's like the people who fall in love with a woman too.
Well, you look at what I really like what Nissan's doing because they do that second delivery and actually come to your home.
That is real sweet.
Yeah,
now, I thought it was, first of all, I thought it was EVs, but they're doing it on all the cars now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fixing to be taking it right down the pipeline on everything. So
that's very smart because
I get it because the problem is, like you said, people, they're done. They want to go home and get in their car, but the problem is that they get the survey and they don't give a fair score on the survey.
Right, exactly.
And they go, well, I didn't understand this. Well, that's because you wanted to haul tail after you got your keys.
Exactly. You're like Kurt, just wanted to grab the keys and go.
But they always give perfect surveys no matter what. I always give perfect surveys.
And people need to know, too, that they get some bonuses and things like that are based on that. So, if they need a 10 and you go, I don't give nobody a 10, only God deserves a 10, they come on, wake up.
Stop it.
Yeah, stop with all that.
What is this?
What are you drinking,
She threw on
Maddie?
some club music.
What are you drinking, Maddie?
This is Whitney Houston.
This is such a remake.
Yeah. Oh, that's Whitney Houston.
It is. They didn't have the original one.
Oh, okay. It is a remake.
It sounds like she's squealing. Doesn't even sound like her.
Someone's a hater.
Yeah, she was playing the song.
I'm not a hater. I love Whitney Houston. I love her music.
Just when it's actually her.
When it's really her. Are you sure this
It sounds like a little kid.
Maybe this is an AI version. Did you see what they're doing with Randy Travis? I hate that idea.
I know.
I hate it.
I didn't see what's going on.
I'll tell you later.
214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Here today, Freeman Toyota on the affordable side, the Metroplex 183 and 820. I'm telling you, every one of these trucks on the showroom floor, I better gone by the end of the day, especially this big bad boy.
That sucker's just ready to be
TRD.
driven out already.
I don't like when I start feeling this way about a truck.
How would you feel? Now, it's a gorgeous truck. If y'all saw this, it's fantastic. How would you feel like if it had some chrome with that black wheel?
Yeah. Or had nickel insert on it with the black.
You'd feel
I'd
better
like
about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the round part is around the spoke, if
Right.
that was like a brushed nickel, I would like it a whole lot
Okay.
more.
Gotcha.
Yep. 214-787-1190 is the number. You got any question about where to go, who to see, what to do? 214-787-1190. Here's a question. It says, how do I get the best appraisal for my truck? Go to theautomotiveedge.com.
Exactly.
Click on Ask Kurt, scroll down, and there's the appraisal form. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an appraisal based on your description. Without, I have some people that have FaceTimed, and then we go over the vehicle, and they showing me all the different, maybe a ding or a scratch or whatever the case may be, and we go over all of it, and I give you a number that should be a good, hard number. There's plus and minuses, because sometimes when the dealer gets it, they're going to run it, take a look at it, and go, okay, it needs this, this, and this. And remember, the average reconditioning on a car is about $1,500. And they say, well, my car's perfect. It doesn't need this. It doesn't need that. Well, hang on a second. The dealer's going to put that car on the rack. They're going to lift it. They're going to drop the oil. They're going to drop the fluids. And these mechanics get paid a lot of money, and they want to make sure that everything is exactly the way it should be before they put their name on it and put it out on the lot for sale, period. With that being said, even if you Bo shows up to the dealership, and he's got his truck, and he hands it to him and shows he just had an oil change, they just did this and this, everything's done to the vehicle. That's a good thing, because that's the reason they're putting the value into it. But bottom line is, they want to make sure that it's got the right oil in it, the crush washer was done right on the oil pan, that all the fluids are clean, and they want their fluids in it. If they know that they drop all the fluids and put what they want in it, then they have no problem endorsing their own car.
Well, you understand that. I mean,
and the consumer doesn't, because I've met so many people going, wait a minute, I just put $1,100 into this car to get everything perfect. And the dealer says, okay, but you wouldn't believe how many people in my 36 years have brought a car in the dealership and said, my car's perfect, there's nothing wrong with it, here's the deal. We put it up on the rack and go,
ruh-roh.
Wait a minute, folks. This isn't the way you told me.
Right.
And so we want to find out sooner than later. And so there is a fee in that. There's a cost for that vehicle to run through. So when we put Carver motors on the back of it, you can stand behind that car. Right. And a lot of people, they don't like that concept. They don't understand it. But the liability of not doing that is far greater.
Well, it could be very, very costly to the dealer for not doing it.
Yep.
And so that's why they do it, and that's why they have to do it, to make sure that they know what's in that vehicle, what they've done to it, so if their issue arises, they can move from there.
That's right. So we want to get the best possible number on it, and we can help you at theautomotiveedge.com. Click on Ask Kurt. There's your appraisal form. Let's see. Do sunroofs have any value on the trade-in? No.
You don't like sunroofs, do you?
No. Oh, I don't ever use them. Now, on my sports car, the whole roof comes off.
Well, it's not really a sunroof.
A little bit different, but I would never have a sunroof on my pickup truck. I don't understand that concept. No. I don't.
Now, Purple Haze loves sunroofs.
Yeah, it's not my gig. There's so many people that say, I want a sunroof, and then they come to trade it in, they never even opened it. But there's a lot of vehicles that have certain packages on them that you can only get with a sunroof. So if it's not on there, there's a lot of luxury brands that sunroofs are standard. If you wound up with a vehicle without a sunroof, it could be an issue, basically. But for the most part, sunroofs are no big deal. For the people that added sunroofs, it brings no value down the road. The only thing that brings a value is leather. Whether a car, you added leather to it.
That does change it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
that's a good extra $1,000+ for leather.
Wow.
And for me, I put leather on all my products. I buy cloth products, and then I put cat skin leather. I have a girl that puts cat skin leather on all my products, and I design it. It's very inexpensive, and it's as good as anything coming from the manufacturer. But sunroofs, no big deal. Let's see here. Does 10K in PDR scare you from buying the car?
I have no idea what you just said.
Okay. does $10,000 in paintless dent repair scare me from buying the car?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, A, how well was the PDR done? My big concern with PDR is headliners. When people take headliners out of vehicles to PDR them, that's a big concern of mine, because it is an art to take a headliner out of a vehicle, push all the metal out, get it flush, and then install that headliner to where there's no sag or ruffles or gaps in the headliner.
Is that a type of glue they use, or how they do it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. And if you notice, there's no glue stains or anything that are on it. And some of it, it's just stretched well enough to look really good.
Right.
But that's an art.
Yeah, I was going to say that's one of the roughest things to get right, huh?
It is. Taking a headliner out, and if the vehicle has a sunroof, boy, is that a chore to make that thing right. And so with that, is $10,000 PDR a big thing to me? Not if it's done right, because PDR is expensive. If you look at my wife's RAV4 had $22,000 in damage. $6,000 of it was parts, and the rest of it was bodywork, all PDR, and the rest was replacements. And I had no problem continuing to drive and own that vehicle. So it's all about the workmanship on what they're doing on the PDR,
and the difference between the parts versus the labor.
Right.
It's not, if it's 20,000 in parts, that might be different than 6,000. 15,000 labor.
Labor is where everything comes into play, because I appraise cars that they say, well, I had 8,000 in damage. They had to hand me the repair, and 5,000 of it was labor.
Right.
And here's the thing: there may not have been $5,000 in labor. It's on their deal, because how it works is they bill it for that much money. If the mechanic or the body shop does it in less time, they still get the whole amount. It doesn't matter, because it's the way it's booked out. And how well did they do that, trying to speed things up to save money? So It doesn't bother me a bit. What do we got here? I think I got another one in here. What line of products have the best discounts? Pickup trucks. Right now, there is nothing better than the discounts that you are getting on pickup trucks, all the way across the board. Toyota, Ford, Dodge, Chevy, GMC. Unless you're going Denali or some of the specialty lines, the discounts are less. But for the most part, your average pickup truck is $8,000+ in discounts. Absolutely incredible. The biggest discount, Eldorado Chevrolet, $34,988 for a brand new Chevy Silverado Crew Cab. That's the deal. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show. We want to make sure your automotive needs are taken care of. I know we yak a lot for 4 hours. We cover a bunch of different things. We throw our opinions on certain things. But bottom line is, like and share and let your friends and family know they don't ever have to buy a car alone. They don't have to go through all the stress and the uncertainties. And is it a good deal? Was it a good deal? Where's the best? We take care of all that for you. After 36 years in the auto industry, there's nobody that I don't know to help you with your automotive needs. I had a guy the other day call me. He says, hey, I'm looking for a McLaren. No problem. I hooked him up. He goes, who do you not know? I know everybody.
Well,
and I don't mean that in a braggadocious way. It's just that, man, once you create these relationships in the auto industry and you find the guys that are stable and been there a long time, that's who we want to hook you up with.
Well, and the time invested you had in it,
seconds.
too. Yep. It's a long time, so you should know them.
Yep. 214-787-1190. Let's take a quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Well, they're moving.
I think she's grown like a foot and a half since I've seen her.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Golly.
Come on in. Hey, that's some good music right there. I don't think Sonny will get us in trouble for this one. I don't think
Sonny. Put the world away for a minute. Pretend I don't live.
Like it.
Sunshine gonna wash my blues away.
Perfect. The Purple Haze in the house. Come here. Let's show them Purple Haze. get between me and Kurt for a second. People on Facebook, they want to see you. They always ask about Purple Haze. All right, here we are. Fix right here. All right, look at the camera and say hi. This is Purple Haze right here. This is the Barbary Ann Purple Haze. That's my esposa. And we're headed out to Nacogdoches, Texas, after the show. And we got the grandbaby behind us right here. This is Ashlyn. You want to sneak in and look at that camera right there? Look at it right there. There it is. So we got the family. This is a family fair here at Freeman Toyota. So you're live and in color on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe TikTok. Who knows? That one that just left. No, that one right over there. That's 64,000. And it was beautiful. Ready to go. All right. Love you too. Thanks for filling the gap. Yeah. All right. There we go. Family are in the house. Well, thank you, David. She said she's pretty. Like lake music. He likes that. Do you like the music or you meant lake music? And yes, she's a lovely lady. Thank you. They are all good family. Yes, they are.
She looks like Uncle Kurt.
Who does?
Your granddaughter.
Uncle Kurt? I see the resemblance.
Yeah, there's some. I told her, I said, you've grown like 2 foot since I've seen you. She goes, yep. I said, just good God, she's beautiful. I said,
look how tall she is.
We're going to hire you a bodyguard. She said, well, I said, keep away the boys. She goes, I said, that's a good thing, right? And she goes, yeah.
Stumbling on that at this age, right? 8th grade, too. She's tall and...
8th grade?
Yeah.
And she lives in Stephenville?
No, she lives in Nacogdoches. That's where we're going to take her back.
Yeah.
And then we'll stay
she's
the night.
Like the belle of the ball there.
Oh, you kidding me?
Wow.
Well, she goes to a 1A school.
Oh.
So there. It's a short line, but it's a long line. Yeah, there you go. So we're going back down there. Oh, yes, the music was awesome. Thank you. And that's our wonderful producer that's playing that great music, David.
Morning, Edward.
Yeah, that's David. David Philbeck. He goes by Edward Phil.
All right.
Met him in South Korea when we
Really?
were doing the USO military tour there. He was our buddy and took care of us there, and been a friend ever since. Got hooked up through Facebook, and that's one good thing about Facebook. You know, I know that y'all get in trouble a lot of times for stuff y'all say or do, but the connections are great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no doubt about it.
And he's going to the lake.
I got a bunch of buddies out the lake today. The lakes are full, too.
It's going to be nice time out there.
One of my buddies said he had a hard time finding a loading ramp because it was underwater.
The water too high?
Yep.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
Place. He sent some pictures. They're out there having a time of it.
Yeah, I think we're finally getting to the lake time now.
You know, I bought a 16-foot Liberator with a 175 black, 175 black.
You did?
And I took the 7 and made it 2.
We would like to take this time.
And people had no idea, and I was blowing every boat off the water. And the first day, I sunk that boat.
The first day of having
me and Alan are in that boat, and we look up, and here comes this storm, and we figure, all right, we got one more shot across the lake. We're flying across the lake. We're coming back. All of a sudden, we can see the rain coming up. Next thing you know, that thing is underwater, 16 foot from the shore. Unbelievable.
Holy cow.
Hauled it out, cleaned it up, and sold it.
Information heard here on the
This guy goes, that's the fastest 125 I've ever seen. Yeah, sure it is.
possibly save you time and money. If any of this information causes you to be bothered or upset, please sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and seek immediate help. Now, here's your host of the Automotive Edge radio show, Kurt Chase.
214-787-1190 is the number. We're here today at Freeman Toyota, and I can just tell you, you want to meet great people. If it comes to Toyota, there's no other place to go than Freeman Toyota. I've known these people for almost 40 years. I've known Mr. Freeman and then his son Jerry. My brother's been part of this company for almost 40 years. Dane Miner, B.J. Stankovic, Jerry Patterson. I mean, I can go all the way back to Mike McFarland, Mike Maltese, and all these people that have been with this company for many. In fact, Mike Maltese just retired after 40-something years with the company, and it says a lot about it, that the stability here is second to none. And that's why I tell you, for your Toyota needs, make it Freeman Toyota right here at 820 and 183 just south. Take the Highway 10 exit and loop back around and just meet BJ and Jerry and say, hey, I was listening to the Automotive Edge radio show and enjoy a great experience. 2 years Toyota Care. You pay for the car and put gas in it. They're going to take care of all the maintenance on it for 2 years. And when you pull up on that service drive, let me tell you, they rock you through it. We have I bought my wife a new Toyota Camry, and I pull up and they, hello, Mr. Chase, how are you? And that's by looking at the license plate, put it in the system. They get you scheduled and get you in and out. The place, Freeman Toyota, on the affordable side of the Metroplex. How long do you have to stay in a lease before you can trade out? There is no certain time because it all depends on the residual of the vehicle and what you're paying on it. The residual is the residual is what's at the end. So you have to take that residual plus the remaining amount of payments and add that together, and that's your payoff. So to say what is the term, it's all based on how high or how low the residual was and what you paid for the vehicle. If you leased it for a premium, it's not going to be the same as when there was a ton of inventory and you leased it at whatever the market value was at the time. So the best thing to do is to get your residual on your paperwork. It's around line 9 or 10 on most leases, and then take however remaining payments you have, add it together, and then call the lease company and say, what is a 10-day payoff if I was fixing to buy it, and make sure those numbers match up, and then let's get it appraised. And that's the best way to look at where you are on your vehicle.
And a lot of times it has to deal with the value of that vehicle at that time.
Yep.
Like if it's a hot item or not a hot item, that plays into it too.
Yeah, the market value.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. Question number 10. What is the fastest way for my son to grow his credit? Food for thought. With my boys, as they turned of age, we put them on our credit cards. And if they had a job, they were allowed to use so much, and then they had to pay it off at the end of the month. And then when we bought cars, we put them on the note with us to grow their credit. And I did all except for one car because they knew they could not drive or touch it. The rest of the vehicles, if they asked for the keys, it was okay. We didn't have an issue with it because our boys are very responsible and they're good kids, and we have no worries about them driving. In fact, the other day, my son says, hey, Dad, could I take a really nice truck out with my girlfriend to go to Brahms? Yeah, no problem.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
Can I borrow it to take my girlfriend out for?
Not a problem. So anyway, if you put them on your credit cards and your notes is the best way. To get them started on their own, you can go to the bank and put $1,000 into a savings account or $500, and then that backs the limit on the credit card. So if you put $1,000 in and they give you $1,000 credit, you have to leave the $1,000 in there in case there's a default on the credit card, and then pay it off. But for me, we had no problem adding our kids to our notes and helping them get established. So when both my boys graduated from college, they had excellent credit, and they were able to go out and buy their own cars and get started. And I just told them, only finance what you can afford to pay off right away other than your car or your home. Other than that, I go month to month. At the end of the month, if you can't pay that note, don't get it. You don't need it because the interest rate is just way, way, way too much. So if you got questions and you want us to comment on it, go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, send me your questions, and we'll type these off because here's what's really cool. A lot of the questions that you, the consumer, have about buying vehicles or helping family, whatever the case may be, there's somebody listening that helps as well. Remember, there's always someone listening that helps as well. So you don't have to worry about it, okay? So send those questions in. I'll answer you, and then I always like answering them on air because there's so many people going, wow, I didn't think about that, or that I didn't understand, but now I've got it figured out. I got it. And so your questions out loud, I promise you, are helping numerous amounts of people. So go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, and there you go. Let us help you out. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. We talked a couple of weeks ago about all the sedans that are going away.
Well, I just don't get that, man.
I don't.
I just don't, because I know right now if we didn't buy a truck, it would be a sedan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, that's kind of where we fall. And I know that I'm at the age probably where I should be driving an SUV or something like that.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's kind of gives you room, I guess.
Age Connect? I mean, what's that? If you're a certain age, you drive an SUV?
Well, it's the same way you talk about young people don't want an SUV. Like you say, hey, about Graham's age, you go to those people and say,
I know a lot of people are, well, you're a lot older, that don't want to drive an SUV, but their choice of cars have really dwindled.
That's the point I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're almost being forced to go, well, I guess if I need space and this and the other, I got to buy an SUV.
Space or whatever, I just got to get that.
Yep, and I tell you what, if the manufacturers would open up their ears, and remember, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. If you listen twice as much as you talk, you probably get a lot of really good feedback and information. Is the sedan market is dead just because of you. It's not because it's not.
No doubt.
The market's not demanding. You let these cars get ugly too quick, and you let them stay very conservative for too long, and not take and build vehicles that people want, that you weren't making them sexy or attractive or the muscle look. There were so many things that you could be doing or should have been doing to keep up the car market, but you just let it go.
Well, what's been the highest resale or getting the most money on trades over the last year?
Oh, it's always cars.
There you go.
Yep.
So why do they not see that?
And you look at the pre-owned market that's going to hit, I think, 44 to 45 million. And you look at how many cars are in that market, especially always a graduation. I talked to so many seniors, and I said, well, what about a CRV or a RAV4? And they go, really? and they're the top-selling products right now in the United States when it comes to SUVs. Well, what about a car? And a lot of kids, well, I want a Mustang or a Camaro. Well, moms and dads aren't, because the insurance ratings on them. But then when you try to look at the sedans, your Nissan Sentra is off the hook. Your Toyota Corolla off the hook. Your Honda Civic off the hook.
Yeah.
And then you look at your Altima, your Accord, your Malibu, your Camrys, killing it. So here, Malibu sales are off the hook. Okay, we're going to kill it.
I don't get it.
Blows me away.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And they could take that Malibu and continue to refine the design and keep that car rocking. I knew the Impala needed to go because you had the Impala and the Malibu. Wasn't
not much different.
Yeah, I didn't really get it, but you could take that Malibu. You could do it. I remember the old Malibu SS.
Oh, yeah.
There's certain things you could do and kill it with that car. But you know what?
And
They've
how
got
long
their
the
blinders
Malibu's
on.
been around?
A long time.
30 years, 20 to 30 years?
Longer than that. Yeah.
And they decided now just throw our hands up.
Instead of refining and designing, let's just kill it. I've never understood that with the auto industry.
That's crazy.
Hey, let's take a quick break. We're going to get things wrapped up here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, part of the iHeartMedia Network. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Man, I am just like a couple of months from paying off my truck, and I wish I'd never seen that Tundra.
Well, it's sweet,
I said I was going to pay that truck off in 1 year. Well, I had a bunch of equity in my car that I traded in, so I didn't finance a lot. But
why don't you go see what they'll give you for it?
Nope.
Trade it. Come on.
I'm not even going to look at it anymore. I'm going to turn to my right and go out the door.
Blindfold yourself as you load up.
Yeah.
Well, it's sweet. I can tell you that. No, so what's in that thing, the engine-wise?
Twin turbo V6.
Oh, it's a V6.
Yeah, the iForce Max is out. Yeah. And it's a boot scooter.
That is?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Got the torque and all that, too?
Yeah. Yep. Everything about that thing is cool. I just like the color.
It's
because you don't see a bunch of those. When you look out on the lot, you see a lot of blacks and silvers and whites and grays, and then you see that color, and it just pops. Look, I'm telling you, everybody has stopped to look at that truck that's gone by.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
If you're in this dealership, that's an eye catcher right there. It's definitely going to draw you to it.
Yep. Everybody jumps up and they just put their hands on the steering wheel, like
ready to go away, imagining themselves in it. Right.
Drive this bad boy.
Kurt wants to trade his Ram in for that truck over there. At least test that. Now you can do that, can't you?
No.
He said he's going to.
Because I'd wind up buying it. I would. If I got in that right now and drove it, you might as well just put a tag on it. I know. I already know, buddy.
Oh, man. You talking about it. It's a good thing he's not a drug dealer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you got him moving. I see him.
What? Oh, I drove it. They gave me one to drive for 3 days. I took that thing through some drive that I did. I broke it in well. Yep. But that color, I mean, yeah, I got two.
It's called Lunar Rock. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I got a 2023, just turned 15,000 on it, and I've got 2 payments left, and I'm going.
Well, that's all the more the reason for him to trade it, isn't it? Yeah. I see him in that one.
Yeah.
I see him driving out in that Tundra today.
Yeah.
I'm splitting get him for a test drive.
There you go.
Mr. Chase.
Yeah.
$400, you can probably take him out to lunch.
Just think about the opportunity in front of us. You know, we could go test drive that vehicle together.
All of a sudden, it's us. As long as us is helping pay for it, let's get it ready.
No.
That's my son.
Yeah, I've got a better luck getting this old
I
guy
took
to walk
a picture
out of here.
and I sent that out, and I had like 8 buy it.
Yeah.
Kurt, you can afford it. It was not a question of affording. It's just I'm making those last 2 payments. I have no payments for the first time in a bazillion years.
Wow. It's sweet. Oh, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, see, I told you, these guys at Toyota make a lot of money.
I know they do.
I don't have 4 of anything. Well, 4 kids.
How long you been here?
17 years.
17 years.
Do you plan on being here like a significant amount of time longer?
2 more years. That's it. Mr. Freeman bought us 36 or 38 acres right up by Alliance, and so that's going to be our new location 2 years from now.
Oh.
Did they tell you all already?
Yeah.
Are you going to retire?
No, he says he's going to that new location.
My retirement is I'm going to take my 401k money to Southeast Asia and go find my new bride.
Look at him. He's already got it mapped out.
He met his 3rd wife when he was
Well, look at that.
5, and he had 5 more babies with
Here we go.
Let us know how it goes.
Right now, he's probably slow dancing with a beach blonde trim, and she's probably getting
Risky.
right now. He's probably buying her some fruity lips.
214-787-1190 is the number. Remember, for all your automotive needs, go to theautomotiveedge.com. And I want to clarify something. I still get these emails all the time. If there's not a brand on my website, it doesn't mean we can't help. If it's not on our website, we can still help. Doesn't matter. You won't see Lexus. You won't see Mercedes-Benz. You won't see Volkswagen. You won't see Subaru. And it's not because we don't want them on there. It's just that right now we have a full list of sponsors. But I can help you with any make or model. It doesn't matter. Any make or model. I got buddies over the GMC store. We were just over there. Michael over the GMC store. Ozzy we can help you. My brother's been with Freeman for almost 40 years. We got the Hyundai covered. So you go to the website. Oh, it's not on there. We can help. It doesn't matter the maker model.
Or even the
we can help.
upper echelons. The Aston
Lamborghini,
Martins,
Aston Martin, Ferrari, Porsche. We got connections. All you have to do is go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, leave me your name and number. I'll call you right after the show. Or if you go to theautomotiveedge.com and click on Ask Kurt, scroll down. There's the appraisal form. Let's get the money figured out on your vehicle. It's just that simple. But you know what? You got to get someone involved. And it's not after the fact. Too many of y'all this last week called me after the fact, and I don't like being the bearer of bad news. Love being the bearer of good news. And out of the, I think 14, 15 people that contacted me, 10 of you had fantastic car deals. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, Kurt, appreciate it. And I know this isn't your sponsor. It doesn't matter about that. Yeah, would we like you to use our sponsor? Yeah, but that's not the way it always works. We just want to make sure you're well taken care of. Always go to theautomotiveedge.com, click on Ask Kurt, and there you go. So one thing I want to clarify, and we were talking this early, and one guy says, I don't understand where you were going with the electric and the hybrid. A hybrid's the way to go. 100% in my opinion, my humble opinion, after 36 years in this industry, is hybrid technology is the way to go. The resale value is better than anything out there, car-wise, SUV-wise.
And they're moving fast now off the new lots.
They are. I mean, everybody that's understanding hybrid technology and understanding that it's a regenerative system. You have a battery system and you have a gas system. You hit the brakes, it regenerates. The generator kicks in, charges your battery.
So you don't have to have a plug-in at your house or search for plug-ins, around the country that you may or may not find one that's working.
That's right.
There's just a lot of headaches around that. But this regenerative system is so much easier because you don't have to worry about all
that. That's right. The design, the ride, the handling, everything is the same. It's just a system that's going to work so much better in today's marketplace. Yes. Is electric going away? No, but it just needs to be a minor part of the industry. Even when you listen to Elon Musk, he goes, it would be nuts to go all electric.
Tap the brakes, he says, on what they're doing.
Don't do it. And it's not, and here he is building all electric cars. He didn't build ICE cars. But the smartest people, no one's paying attention to, and the ones that are not the smartest people are the ones that are trying to mandate it. Don't get it. Let's worry about the debt, not what people are driving. Let's worry about the debt, not what people are eating. And let's worry about the debt, not what people are doing.
Well, it's the forcing of it. That's the whole thing. I mean, let the market, like you say, dictate what the people want instead of shoving that stuff down our throats.
Yep.
And so you're seeing is people are buying and wanting the hybrids, and they're not leaning towards the EVs. And now you've got this flooding of markets because you demanded these manufacturers to do that, and they're sitting there sucking their thumb. What are we going to do?
Well, if you think about it, if you look at Trump's cabinet, whether you're a Trump hater or not, I really don't care. He had the head of Exxon. Tillman.
Yeah.
All these people he had,
right.
They became very
cabinet.
wealthy because they're very smart. They know the market, know what we needed.
Right.
And those are the people that we need in office, taking care of things. Remember, for all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing parts, service, or body shop, go to theautomotiveedge.com. Click on Ask Kurt, leave me your name and number, and we'll take care of all your automotive needs. Body shop, service, whatever it is, we can help. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a blessed weekend. Remember, turn off those electronics, get reconnected. Tell that person you love them. Spend time with your head up, not down on your phone. Leave the propaganda alone for a while. It'll change your life. Have a great weekend. Bo, thank you. Maddie, Marabou, and the whole gang. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.
And everybody on our social media sites, we appreciate each and every one of you for participating each and every week with us here on the Automotive Edge Radio Show, Facebook pages and LinkedIn, and also on, what's that other thing? What's the other one?
What?
What's the other one? Hotmail?
The LinkedIn? What are you talking about? Sorry, I was jamming. Yeah,
YouTube.
we got YouTube at the Automotive
I
Edge.
couldn't remember. I was thinking. I couldn't get it out.
Facebook, Automotive Edge.
I got
LinkedIn.
and so Kurt says, "Hey, turn off those devices," and I got 20 of them in front.
Yeah, no, he has 3.
But turn on that Hotmail.
Yeah, turn on that. Go Carver, hotmail.com. You can find us there too. But anyway, y'all have a great week. Until next Saturday morning, we appreciate y'all being a part. Share and like. And
Next week, Grapevine Ford.
Oh yes, Grapevine Ford. We'll be there. And I know that you got a special thing after that, so it's going to be fun for you folk out there.
You're making an appearance, aren't you?
You want me to, don't you? No, you don't want me to.
Well, let them think.
I'm in high demand.
The fans do.
Okay, all right.
It's all about what
Do I get a hoodie?
want.
If you want to wear one that says class of 78.
Oh, sure, that's better than what I got.
Can I get my hoodie back once you do that?
That's 6 years earlier.
Well, we've got black and white, so I'll tell them just leave the class 78 off.
Okay, I want a black one.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right.
We love y'all. See y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hasta la vista.